hearing you gloat about your pool because it's so
awesome.
it's so appropriate. You should be proud of that.
I am. It's so hard to make it like a working thing that every time I actually nail it, I got a lot of pride, you know.
You should.
Yeah.
Matt Bennett has a pool, and he just spends.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it though.
He spends most of the time bitching about upkeep, and then like the rest of the time he's like, so sick having a pool.
Yeah.
It's never like a middle ground. It's okay having a pool. It's either like, this fucking sucks, upkeep is terrible, chemicals are expensive, then it's like, pools are sick as fuck, dude.
If
both of those things.
Yeah.
If I had and could afford a pool and the upkeep of it, I wouldn't shut up about it.
I would have to hire a pool boy / girl.
Dude, that's when you really made it in life.
Because I just don't want
Like
to put
pool trans.
pool trans. That's sick, dude. Like, does she have a wacky noodle or does he not have a wacky noodle? That's fun.
Only one way to tell.
Pull that Speedo to the side.
Is there something there or is there not? God damn it. Yeah, pools are sick, though. I think if I had a pool, though, I don't think I'd ever have, like, functions, though. I would just constantly float my big fat belly out in that pool.
It's pretty much what I do.
You should probably dig an in-ground one that's only like 15 by 15 feet.
True, right? It's basically like a bathtub times 10.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
If that.
It's like 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Like,
It's so easy
I know,
to
you're really
maintain.
talking it up. You're really talking it up here.
This is a great idea. You should do
Because
it.
any deeper than that, and I would drown myself on purpose.
I didn't get this to swim laps. I want to cool off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
It's
have
a big-ass hot tub.
I have a buddy
But
with
it's
one of those inflatable hot tubs, and in the summertime he keeps it at 90 degrees, so it's kind of like a lukewarm tub.
I had one growing
sense.
up.
I got in there. It was nice.
I had an above-ground one growing up.
Pool or hot tub?
Hot tub.
Nice.
I had to go to the public pool, which I don't see
Same.
was fine. I liked it.
I went when
Not far from
invited.
my house. The thing that sucks is like having to walk home on hot asphalt.
It's
barefoot.
Oh,
it's
shit.
something
That
else.
was brutal.
My
Where's the
aunt.
pool there?
What?
Where's the pool there?
The other side of McKinnon Church Road.
Oh, okay.
It's across there, and then you just make that instant right, and it's right there.
Is that a swim club?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know who was the manager of the snack bar, John?
No.
Don Keister,
Oh, Jesus.
our high school principal, was
Wow.
the snack bar. Was the snack bar chief, dude.
Talk
He
about
owned
a
the snack
side
bar.
job.
Yeah.
Principal ass.
And his son, who eventually got a job at the school as like a teacher in training, whatever that's, I forget what that's called.
TA?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But his Trip Keister,
Trip keys.
Was
he worked there.
Was
as a
he
kid all the
was he
time.
Don Keiser the third?
I think so. He
Yeah,
was
that's-
a fucking putz.
That's where I learned
It
that.
sucked.
That's where I learned that nickname Trip comes from because three triple.
Yeah, Trey, too.
I have my cousin Eddie. He's a third, and his son's the fourth, and they call him Quaid.
Oh man,
That's gay.
that's
That
gay.
kid sucks so bad. Wait, he might listen to this.
Larry Wachecki the fourth.
He's the four, isn't he?
The Emperor Supreme Chancellor of Pickles Premium Pickles is the fourth, I believe.
His name's Xavier.
That's his nickname. Or
No, Pickles is his nickname.
well, it is now.
Pickles has always been his nickname.
Oh,
That's why it's Pickles Premium Pickles.
Okay. But
His oldest is Pickles and his youngest is Beans.
nice.
That's his nickname.
I really like those. That's good.
But their names are Xavier and Will.
I call my daughter Bean.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So did Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until, you know,
That's not the only reason.
Until he wouldn't call
Jealous
it
of Kurt Cobain.
until that cashier was really mean to him. at one time.
Jesus Christ.
Nothing worse than a mean cashier.
It's not.
I didn't appreciate that dude until way later in life.
What, Curtis?
Yeah, I hated Nirvana as a youth.
Here's the thing.
The craziest take I've ever heard.
I like Nirvana. Kurt's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But John will attest to this. The Nirvana fans when we were younger were total shitbags.
God, they're probably
they're
awful.
just basic bitches. And
Yeah.
Fucking.
So I had that thing, and then like Matt made me sit down and listen to Bleach.
Bleach is great.
I still hate his vocals. I think his vocals are terrible. Riff wise though, it's pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
In Utero is goddamn amazing.
Yeah,
That was my favorite of
Yeah,
Same.
what
I
heard.
still don't like his vocals, but yeah, he's got some good fucking riffs.
They were really pulling that in a like a stoner witch type of direction.
Yeah,
They're
which is
definitely
really
huge
cool.
Melvins
Yeah.
fans. Yeah.
He loved the Melvins.
Yeah. He was actually on the Houdini album, I think,
Yep.
Oh, cool.
as a guest.
Who else
feature.
was on that? Gibby Haynes?
That sounds right.
I mean, honestly, Nevermind might be the greatest produced record of all time, sound wise. I'll die on that hill. Every instrument sounds perfect on that record.
No, you got Deloused in the Comatorium. You got by the Mars Volta.
That one's really good, but
Crazy good, man.
all right,
I can't do it like one album.
you know what? I would.
I'd have to go genre by genre.
I will. I
Yeah.
will die on the hill of drum sound. It's the best recorded drum sound I've ever heard. Is Nevermind.
Helmet's
Really?
Betty doesn't even come close.
You're,
You just love Helmet.
it's true. I am very biased.
Yeah.
And bi.
Asked.
Because it's got two of them.
God,
True.
2 hands.
Speaking of bi, speaking of being bi, I dropped a fucking sweet joke in the Dildo Recital group chat that went completely unnoticed, and it was really upsetting me.
Oh yeah.
I
Which
was
one?
like, I made up a new gender of Polish dudes who love to crush pussy. It's called non-bi Larry. Because Larry Wojciechowski, he's a Polak, and you see? And it just got crickets,
Courtesy peel.
right? Yeah. It's still got
I
nothing
mean,
here, too. It's like,
in all
eh,
fairness, it wasn't that funny.
Jesus Christ. Remember the suicide we were talking about on Patreon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it imminent?
That did it. John's right. Like, I've been waiting. That's why I got back in contact with you.
Well, actually,
I knew his toe could reach the trigger guard of that shotgun. Back to Kurt Cobain. Holy shit.
it was too fat.
Circle.
It was too fat to fit in.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
How funny it'd be if you go gun shopping and they're like, look, I don't care what kind of gun it is, but
I just need to
can you
reach
have
it
a
with my
really
toe.
wide trigger guard on it? Like, what do you mean? How wide? And he's like,
Let me
put
take
your-
my crock
you just
off.
Put your big toe up on the stand, like about that.
Perfect.
Sir, this is a harpoon gun. Perfect.
Even better. I would love to be stuck to something.
Got drama.
That'd be a fun thing to kill yourself with. A harpoon gun. Wait, are we? I don't
Yeah.
know if you talk about killing yourself too much in the beginning of an episode, it gets you in trouble.
No, this is all hearsay.
What are you going to do if
conjecture.
you get demonetized?
I don't know.
But how fucking
Boy, I don't know.
I forget if I asked, but I was like, how hard would it be?
Gee, mister, I don't know.
How hard would it be to get your hands on like a bazooka or a grenade launcher?
I think you said what's easier to get a hold of.
Yeah.
I think your grenade.
How funny would it? No, fuck grenades or grenade launcher.
Oh,
Because I
I mean,
like,
anything is a grenade launcher.
bazooka's the longest fuck. How funny would it be?
Yeah.
Bazooka's the longest shit, and then the handle's close to the front, right? So
Sure.
you can have the handle and then just a giant bazooka, and you're like, your mouth is wide as fuck. Pause, and just like fucking just the bazooka yourself in the head.
I mean, they got those big tents full of fireworks all over the place right now.
You can get them in fucking Acme now.
But it's
Yeah.
not as funny looking as you putting a bazooka to your head.
Think about this: an M80 behind each ear, like a Newport, and a stick of dynamite.
in your
Okay.
ear, like they used to do in Looney Tunes cartoons with dynamite sticks.
Think about that.
Yeah, it'd be
Stick the
fun.
fuse end out this way and stick the butt end out the other one. So it's like you got one long one
And you
through
can
your
see
head.
you actually see the wick in your eyeballs. It's like nice, dude.
I'm
That
pretty
would
sure
be
Bugs
fucking-
Bunny did that.
Yeah.
Your head would explode, but your teeth would like piano keys
Yeah.
gradually fall out of your mouth.
And your eyes would be
Yeah.
all smoky.
It's called pulling a mill blank.
Pull a bonk. Or just have like a nice belt-fed machine gun to your cheek, just like fucking hysterical.
Yeah, hilarious.
Fully automatic killing yourself is fucking hilarious. Because look, like semi-automatic, whatever, you're just like bang, dead, gone. But if it's
Boring.
like brrr, and like it doesn't just put a hole in your head, it puts many holes in your head and everything's everywhere. Hilarious.
I want my parts to be shredded.
Yes. I want this to be an inconvenience for my family even more so. Better get 2 mops. You're gonna have to change that water a couple
Jesus
times.
Christ.
That'd be fucking hysterical. Just bazooka to the head was so funny to me. This is what I laugh about at home all the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh god damn it! Or any kind of like pull start, like chainsaw or like the tree trimmers with a pull chain on them to start them up. That'd be fun. Just like cut your feet off with it and bleed to death.
Like,
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
terrible.
funny.
why don't you get yourself a powder actuated nail gun, like that opening of that Wire episode?
Too quick.
Not if it's death by 1,000 bullets.
Like if you just throw a chain.
Yeah, if you just start nailing yourself in the chest, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like if I start on my feet and just gradually work my way up and just pretty much nailed myself to the floor,
Like,
it'd
wait,
be fucking hysterical.
it's a lot. It's a lot harder to generate any power with no core strength in the left.
And I can't actually use my hands anymore.
I have no leverage because I'm not standing anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Did you hear about Dennis? Would he kill himself finally? No, nailed himself to the floor. Gradually bled out, but you know. I don't know, that's just fun. I'm sorry. I did. I completely.
Just thinking.
I derailed.
That was incredibly morbid.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
Like if you saw a guy like put a gun in his mouth, you're like, oh shit, that's fucking. Oh, I don't like that.
That's a
But
lot.
if you saw a guy with like a rocket launcher to his ear, you'd be like, oh,
I want to see
this
where
guy's ballsy.
I want
like
to see
him.
where this goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hesitation marks are just a bruised circle.
Like if there's no like rockets, is the rocket speed of a rocket launcher enough to pierce your head? And is it, if you put it point blank to your head, is that enough distance to actually set off the explosive?
I don't know.
Or do you just like all you hear is a big boonk and it's just a fucking
Yeah.
you just clonk yourself with a rocket?
Like at work, I used to make the blasting caps for those shoulder mount missile launchers.
Nice.
I don't know how to answer your question for you. Like I don't know if
Find
it's
out on the
enough.
next Patreon.
Yeah.
I think the only way you could possibly do it is you get those ones that are like the surface to air ones that are like you can like actually like type in coordinates and like home in on shit.
Like a mortar?
And you just no, you just have it on your shoulder.
Oh.
You type in your own coordinates though. It fires out, then loops back, and you try like let's see if I can like juke it and like get out of the way, and just sidestep it. And of course not, but it'd be fun.
Now, if you
Well,
shot
while you're
it,
doing that, you have to say,
Shot it
"Oh,
and ran."
Long Johnson."
if you shot it out of the tube and it hits you in the head and falls to the ground, does it explode on the ground then?
Because I know you have to have a certain distance for like a mortar shell or
What,
a
nothing?
rocket to go like to actually like go off. You know what I mean? That's why I brought it up.
It's not a timed explosive.
No.
No.
Oh.
Because the
Lame.
mortar goes up, the front's heavier than the tail, so it goes down warhead first, and then the distance plus impact it makes boom. So if it's just you're just dropping on your foot, I don't know if it's going to blow up.
God, we got Dennis Science over here.
I don't know. Then again, in World War II, World War II, they were always worried because you always had you drop the mortar in, you got to get your hands away real quick because it'll just shred your fingers off.
And you got to duck and cover your ears too.
Yeah. So if it's just going to shred your fingers off and not blow up your hands up completely or you up completely, I think you need more distance.
Maybe it's just really hot and unpleasant.
How
Well, this sucks, and I'm still alive.
is it like the dog day of July? Everybody keeps coming to visit me at the dynamite factory. I'm like, what's this guy's problem? That's fun. I would like. No, that's how I'm. No, that's. I got it. This is how I'm gonna go out. Total Looney Tunes. Another Mel Blanc. You get a stick of dynamite, light it, put it on a hot dog bun. Mustard,
I'm listening.
relish, onions, and everything, and it's hot, and just, yeah, that's the way to do it.
For the Instagram.
And just, I would have to find a way, like a recording where it goes, like beforehand, or something like that.
Yeah. Where do you go about buying one of those like bombs that looks like a bowling ball with a fuse out of it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you can be you can bowl a strike with one and it comes back up the lane and then kills you.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Tie a string to it and you can pull it back.
Yes, dude. That's a great idea. That's fucking
They
fantastic.
just don't make them like that anymore.
Like you go, try to hit, like,
Probably don't.
like go
should,
try to hit a
though.
layup with it.
Just like,
Whoop, alley-oop.
here, Angel Reese mixed this one.
Damn, I just saw a video of that chick, Angel Reese, fouling Caitlin Clark, and I didn't really care until I realized how freakishly tall they both are.
Yeah, they're in the WNBA. They're
That's
giants.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
If I saw a girl that was 7 feet tall, I'd probably run.
Not me.
Walk,
Yeah.
walk.
I would climb that.
not afraid to climb that
Just
tree.
a girl with like a fucking 2-foot shin.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is
Hell yeah.
happening?
Fucking Brittany Griner's like 6'8". She's
True.
freakish looking too.
She's also done jail time, so in Russian prison, dude. She's fucking hard as nails, dude.
Just
Yeah.
tight,
It is.
I think all Olympic athletes should have to do time in Russian prison.
Why?
Character builder. If you're gonna like be like a what do you call it, like an ambassador for your country, like all abroad, you should be like a hardened inmate, Russian gulag, 12 months minimum. Just because you decided to bring weed into the country,
Yeah.
Was she in that long?
maybe it wasn't a short amount of time.
I know. It wasn't a week.
I think it was at least a year.
I know it was months.
And they traded some arms dealer for her.
Yeah.
Totally
Fair.
worth it.
That'd be sick if she came out though with like the hand webbing tattoos, the fucking the crosses on her elbows and shit.
Oh yeah, like the stars on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Oh, you mean like Vori tattoos?
like
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen in that one movie?
Eastern
History of
Promises.
Violence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, it's Eastern Promises.
But it'd be fucking
He hung dong for like 20 minutes in that thing.
so
While
good.
kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah. While banging that chick out on the stairs. Hell yeah, dude. What do you think is the best movie dong that you've seen?
28 years later.
20 years later?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Year?
yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
There's
brand new.
talk online all about this one zombie's dick, because
Nice.
there's a scene where an alpha zombie is running on a subway train, like a defunct subway train, and his dick is just swanging.
What's he late for?
Train's not moving.
Dinner.
He's late for everything.
Well, you figure they had to one up themselves because the first one is Cillian Murphy's dick, and it's not a bad dick.
I remember his. Oh, that's right. It was as soon as he woke up in the
It's
house.
like the first scene is
Well,
this fucking bird out.
There's a lot after that.
Good pud. Yeah.
And then he shaves, like he finally like cleans his like face up. You're like,
Good.
oh, he's kind of dreamy.
Good pud.
It's a good pud, dude. He's just hanging bird. And then his like flashes like forward to a scene of him crushing like orange juice at his mom's house. Like this movie rips, dude.
I need to watch that again.
That might
So
be
good.
Yeah, that might be the first thing I did when I woke up out of the
Get
hospital.
your dick out.
Go right to the fridge. Yeah.
Crush some more.
See what's in there.
What would you do if you woke up in the hospital and your bird was just out?
Not
I'd
much.
be like, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, this sounds about right.
this is on par.
Yeah.
Mine's so little I probably wouldn't notice. It's like it's drafty in here.
My bird's still warm.
Who left that garbanzo bean on my lap? Oh.
What is that, a cashew? It stinks. That would be funny to make your own zombie movie and just have like, yo, we need zombies, like a casting call. You want to be a zombie in a zombie flick? All races, ages, height, weight, doesn't matter. But 10 inches or above. Just all this like running knee knocker dicks fucking running after you in the fucking zombie apocalypse. That'd be sick, dude.
Terrifying.
Nice, dude.
Now I'm just thinking of movie dong.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's Willem Dafoe and Antichrist.
That one's pretty impressive.
There's Bart Simpson in The Simpsons. movie.
I forgot about that.
The hole in
Holy
the
shit.
bushes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, I've never seen it. I was like, that's unnecessary. Then I completely got sidetracked because they killed off Dr. Nick. I was like, how dare you? You went to the Hollywood Upstairs Medical College. He's a learned man. God damn,
I'm
dude.
glad they killed him.
How, what? You don't mean that.
I don't.
Don't you mean it?
They should have killed B-Man.
No,
What?
not B, man.
They should flay him.
Ay, caramba.
See, this is how you get yourself in trouble with Tony from Parlay. You just make these jokes. You
Yeah.
think about the repercussions.
I don't. And I don't care about
I know.
them.
Doesn't B-Man have a family?
Yeah.
He has a whole colony, I think.
No, Thomas.
Zane.
Thomas. That joke gave me hives. John, give you your next 25 B puns.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Buzz off.
Josh with the assist.
Swish.
Yo, bees are sick, dude.
Yeah.
They are. They're dying.
True. What was that fucking Shyamalan movie with Marky Mark?
The Happening.
Yeah. And he's going through that whole. He was like a teacher, and he's going through this. He's like yelling at the kids in his class, like, "Oh, the bees are dying. Like, no one cares." It's so fucking.
Now when you talk like that, I don't.
That's a pretty good mark though.
So fucking
Solid.
funny. All the kids are just like, because it's like, I think it's like approaching summer, and they're all just kind of like, and he's like, "Oh, all the bees in the world are sick and dying, and like no one cares." And it's just fucking hysterical to me.
I've never gotten news or information from somebody talking like that I cared about.
If you want fun, try to find the footage of him talking about how he would take down the 9/11 attackers. That shit is so fucking funny. If I was on that plane, I'd stop them.
Yeah.
I'd stop every one of them. I was like, God damn it, dude. You're great. Never change. You're 5'6". This
Yeah,
rules.
he curled so many cinder blocks on poles back in the 90s. Like,
How fucking sick would it be? Like, you're like going to your like 72 version afterlife. You've just taken over a plane, and then all of a sudden, this Marky Mark just comes out to you. It's like, you think you could take over my plane? And just fucking just socks you in the jaw. I wouldn't be mad. I'm like, yo, dude, I just got fucking TKO'd by fucking Marky Mark. This fucking rips.
that's way too good of an impersonation, dude.
Yeah. Dude, the fucking footage is hilarious. Just him talking about how, like, because it wasn't even like no one asked him, like, what he would do in the situation. He was just bringing up, it was like soon after 9/11, too. And he was just like, if I was on that plane, just fucking goes into it. It's so fucking funny.
Where was he? Like on Ellen or something?
It was one of those, if I remember right, it was one of those shows where they're interviewing him, and then like there's like a big window behind them, and you can see people on the street with signs in the back.
Oh, TRL?
Like that.
Not like a morning
Good Morning
show?
America. Yeah.
Or like one of the morning shows, like one of those.
TRL, good guess though.
That would
Yeah.
be very funny if he was telling that shit to Carson Daly.
And I just remember the host just being like,
MTV would do that back then too.
"It's true."
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's D12 with Purple Hills.
Yeah.
That's of the time also.
Here's
by the
Sure
way.
Incubus
is.
with "Pardon Me." While I
I
burn.
like that song, Purple Hills.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna make another Incubus reference about 9/11, but
I mean,
then
I kind of
forgot.
like Incubus, too. Just old.
I don't mind it.
more like Stinkubus.
No.
Sorry.
Anything before Make Yourself is okay.
I think I had the first one.
The,
It had a lot of in it.
yeah.
And some dude's face on it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
What
a
was it
great
like
album.
what do you call it? Not anagram? With all the periods
Yeah,
between letters?
yeah, it
Or
had
is that an acronym?
Periods between letters sounds like an acronym.
Yeah.
Classic acronym. Always having periods between his letters. What?
Must be that time of the month. All right.
Like,
Oh.
Fucking Jesus.
like what do you stand
I
for?
set him up, he knocks him down. Jesus Christ.
Ah.
Damn.
So how about that heat out there, fellas?
Now
Boy,
think
it is,
about, like,
it is hot.
It's fucking hot.
You're,
huh?
okay, you're on a plane and terrorists take over. What do you do?
I don't fly.
I've only flown once, and it was 1985.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on if I can reason with these people.
This all circles back into my suicide joke.
I mean, so did The Happening. That was also a suicide movie.
That way, when that dude dove in front of a ride-on lawnmower,
Yeah.
so fucking bitching.
One guy just like went into the lion's cage and they were like taking
Yeah.
his arms off and stuff.
And I think
Like,
fucking
you
John
can't just take an
Leguizamo
arm
cut
off.
his own throat. John Leguizamo rips, dude.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I remember being so stoked when he was in Land of the Dead, because as soon as he popped up, when he got popped up on screen as one of the undead, I was like, damn, John Leguizamo. and I've been proud of it ever since. But no, if like I was on,
As you should be.
if I was on like the flight that crash landed in Pennsylvania,
Wow.
that one,
93.
yeah, crash landed in Pennsylvania. I think it'd be funny. Like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, this fat guy's going to fucking help us. He's going to take out these terrorists." And then you just go,
Go to the bathroom.
No, you just go and open the door.
Over the
That's
jump
what I
out.
would,
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would do. I would
what I-
immediately go take a shit.
I would seriously just be like, "Tell my mom I love her," and open the door and just get sucked out.
Sorry about your cabin pressure. Bye.
Deuces.
Like, sir, they're about to blow up the plane. So am I.
Not if I do it first.
Oh, man.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
I would love to just unleash a nice fucking mealy shit.
How funny would it be
On
like,
some
what are you guys
terros.
doing this for? 72 virgins in the afterlife? I'm doing it for freezies, and just open the fucking door and just Pressurize the cabin
No, I'd flush myself.
while you're sitting on it, so it sucks out your asshole.
Yeah.
Nice. Dude.
What I would do is throw a granola bar at them and be like, "A la snack bar." They'd be so
Damn, dude.
confused that's when I could slip out of the way.
Allah.
If I was a terrorist, I'd
snack
pick it up.
bar.
I'd be like, it's pretty good. It's natural bakery. It's the oatmeal bar.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Inshallah.
But actually, you taking down the plane takes away their virgins. They die without having martyred themselves.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
That's
the
true.
ultimate
Yeah.
fuck you.
Just
Yeah.
virgins for no one.
Yeah,
Ka-chunk.
right before you open the door, it's like, those versions? They're mine now, bitch.
Dibsies, dibsies, dibsies. I'm gonna make them all watch the Lethal Weapon franchise.
So you guys ever seen Die Hard?
Yeah. You guys ever seen Hookup Hot Shots? That's what's happening to the virgins.
You mean starring Brian Gosling?
No, not that one.
That's Hookup Hot Shot.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
He wears sketchy black metal shirts and throat fucks women.
That is what happens.
It's the dream supreme, dude. They should just rename that porn site. Do you like it when fake eyelashes fall off in tears and vomit? Check out Hookup Hot Shot.
I don't.
I don't either. It's just funny to say that. But you have to wear like
Sure.
sketchy black metal shirts. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks like Bill Durant too.
I
Who
don't know
also
who that
is in black metal. He's been on the show before.
Oh.
Under his nom de guerre. Bill D. Doesn't want you knowing his last name because it's a secret.
Yeah, he's secretive.
He's secretive. He's a mystery boy.
That's cool.
He drives a Subaru. He doesn't need to keep his name secret.
There's nothing mysterious about you, hatchback
No.
or outback, whatever the fuck it's called.
Fucking weekend warrior, man.
Dude, Subarus are sick though.
Yeah, it's gonna be my next car.
I've had one.
Quit flexing on us.
I'll never have another one.
Really?
Yeah. My last one was a Solterra, and I think that was my problem.
I've never even heard of that
I
one.
thought it was
They're EV.
Is it because you really hate the Indigo Girls?
No, but it was a nightmare. They didn't have parts. It was sitting in the shop for 8 months after I
Oh
had it
my
here.
god.
And they
Come on.
couldn't have cared less about my inconvenience.
Yeah.
So it was,
I'm
Like, sir, I'm a
you might-
lesbian.
You might as well keep it at this point.
yeah.
Yeah, I bought a 2016 Impreza hatchback in 2015, and we still have it. I mean,
Yeah, I've heard great things.
That's a great
why I
car.
went with them. And
Yo, are Suzus still a thing?
No.
Do you remember Joe Suzu?
yeah,
What happened to that guy?
he's probably going to sleep at night on a giant pile of money with many beautiful women.
He's probably thinking about what he would do on the 9/11 planes.
Probably.
He's watching the Marky Mark interviews like, yeah. Me too, man.
If he goes to bed like that, sounds like he did that.
True.
he needs 72 more.
Him and Mark Summers probably got in a really bad fight one time, and they both ended up in the
Mark
hospital.
Summers rips, dude.
Yeah, he does.
I love Mark Summers because of the show he was on. To find out he's like a crazy germaphobe is fucking hysterical.
Was that the guy from Double Dare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now imagine being a crazy germaphobe surrounded by a giant plastic ball pit that 2 families have been inside of.
Yeah.
That's
and,
it?
And,
Only
and like
2?
a
How-
nose full of slime that you got to pull a red flag out of.
Yes.
You know?
How funny it'd be to be like one of like just like one of the guys on like the stage, just like stagehand or whatever, and just like when they're on a cut, just go push him into the ball pit immediately after.
I mean, was he a germaphobe back then, or
Yeah.
was he more like a Howie Mandel, where he kind of like eventually shaved all the hair off of his body
No,
and
he's-
touched his elbows with people?
He's like classic Howie when he was like a super germaphobe.
the whole time. Mm-hmm. Huh? How about that? He also does that that show where they tell you how like tasty cakes are made and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a bad choice.
And if
for
you
a host.
rewatch old Double Dares, you see how he shakes hands. Instead of doing like the classic, firm
Yeah.
handshake, it's the one where like you kind of stop there.
Oh yeah.
You just shake the fingers. It's
I
like,
do that all the time by accident. It's
Well, the-
cool.
yeah,
The,
I
the
always
fingers
do
are the dirtiest part, man.
Yeah.
You want to go deeper. You don't want to.
I want to see your
like.
I want to see your booger daggers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go palm to palm.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to do
Nobody's palm is accidentally hitting their asshole. You know.
I want to feel your grip
You
strength.
don't know how I wipe.
like, left to right.
Left or right.
I always shake hands. Carl Weathers, Schwarzenegger, in Predator.
Oh, you grab the forearms.
Whole
Yes.
thing.
And I asked them if the CIA has them pushing too many pencils. R.I.P. Carl Weathers.
Yeah, he should have been governor of something.
I think he
Something.
was.
Really?
I think he ran for something. Because it was multiple people in that movie ended up being in office.
Yeah.
Sonny Landham,
Yeah.
who also did porn.
Yeah.
You guys have done a dive on that before. That's the only reason I know that.
And then Jesse
Jesse.
Ventura
Yeah.
and Arnold. And I think Carl Weathers ran for something, or was it Bill Duke ran for something?
I don't know.
I remember doing this now, and I don't remember the result of any of these.
Because it was one of those, the IAFD challenge.
Oh.
That one. The How Did They Party thing. And it was Sonny Landham from
Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah. Who happened to still be alive.
Mm-hmm. And I thought he was dead till I did that whole back thing. But yeah, and I don't think I haven't seen him in any movie but Predator. Because like he got ran out of town soon after because he was just a total fucking asshole.
You need to dig through your dad's old VHSs then.
Right?
Yeah, you remember the trailer for that Let My Puppets Come thing?
Yes!
That's the best thing ever, dude.
Yes! God damn it!
What is that?
Oh God!
Dennis?
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You had the
Somebody
video.
go.
No, you've
please.
seen it more than I have. I saw like one time.
My dad had an extensive pornography collection, which
As
probably
dads do.
yeah. And one of them, like, they had trailers in the beginning of them, like regular movies.
Yes, they
And
did.
one of them was like "Let My Puppets Come," and it was basically like Muppet porn.
Yeah.
And just to see like felt dicks just spraying jizz everywhere was fucking awesome.
What year is that from?
It's
Most
like
of his shit was
mid-70s?
late 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s.
That's pretty contemporary for even back then.
But of course there was like,
felt too.
they did a bunch of sight gags and stuff, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like,
it was real like wacky, like slapsticky, but then just like puppets fucking. It ripped, dude.
They got to do something.
But it was like only like a minute and a half. It was my favorite minute and a half of that movie. I forget what movie it was. Maybe Hot Dallas Nights.
yeah.
Maybe Debbie Does Dallas too.
One of them, was that the same one where there was this guy who was like, shut up, bombs away. Oh, man. I think we rewound that like 25 times because it's so funny.
I remember that, and I remember one where the girl's like, the guy's just like, I'm gonna come on your slutty panties, and she's like, don't you want to come on my face? He's like, what are I, like some kind of animal? And it was this famous,
actually pretty funny.
line.
and it was this famous porn star, this dude Jamie Gillis, who was like a notorious, like just a dirtbag. And I was like, God damn it, dude.
That's good stuff.
Old pornography is fucking great, dude.
Oh, man.
They were onto something.
They got away with some stuff.
Yeah. Man,
Jesus
Creative
Christ.
Commons.
I remember like when my dad left our house, he left all the pornography there. I remember my mom cleaning it out because it was on top of like a bookshelf we had. We had a bookshelf, and the top of the bookshelf, he had carved out like a notch about that long and about, I'd say, maybe 6 inches deep. And it was just filled with VHS tapes of pornography. I didn't know about it till one day. I guess he put it back different, and I looked up on the top of the hutch of the bookcase, and it was just like something up there. I was like, "The fuck is that?" And then I got up on a chair and looked, and it was just a VHS tape. I was like, "What the fuck are all these?" And then this happened when I was probably about 12 years old. So, nuts,
Perfect timing.
perfect. Definitely impregnated.
That's about the time everybody finds their dad's porn.
Yeah,
Around 12.
I impregnated a couple couch cushions of that one. Yeah, that shit was great. That was like one of the greatest days of my life to this day.
Never found my dad's. It was just the friend stash that we all shared.
Yeah.
It was always weird when like people's dads didn't have porn.
Yeah.
My dad did not have porn.
Wow. It's interesting.
Fuck's his problem?
I think he was getting it a lot.
Doesn't
Word.
matter.
Yeah.
I did, however, when he worked at the electrician supply store that is on Lancaster Avenue, I did go in their staff bathroom, and there was a collection of like penthouses on the back of the toilet.
Nice.
Yawn.
And
Reading material.
I looked through those for about an hour.
My mom would
Yeah.
get my dad penthouses for holidays.
Is
That's sweet of him.
is it
Yeah.
Penthouse or is it Hustler, the one like with the full on like fucking photos like on the cover?
Neither.
No, you never have full fucking on the cover.
Yeah.
These
You
ones
found
did.
something deep.
Yeah, these ones did have those.
That must have been like Swank or something.
Yeah. We.
Yeah.
Shit like
that's a
that.
good
Yeah.
And there wasn't like one or two. There was like 5.
Spice
Nice.
of life, man.
one. Yeah.
This is funny because every like Christmas and his birthday, like she would give him like normal presents, and then he would get like this bag, like the it's like this brown paper bag, and I remember I used to get stoked because it's the same bag that I would have my comic books in that I got from the newsstand, the books in tobacco. So I was like, oh, comic books from me. And then she would hand it to my dad, and I was like, what the fuck's this all about? And then later on down the line, like I found them all in like a dresser, like a giant Tupperware footlocker under his bed, just full. I was like, dude. But there was all of them covered in jizz.
Jesus Christ. Man,
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
that's just disrespectful.
It's like,
That's-
laminate them. What are you doing?
That's just like that is just like senior not to even try.
Yeah. It's like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, you know when it's coming. You can shoot it somewhere other than
Yeah.
the material.
Do you know how brutal it is when you're like, I found pornography, but I gotta touch my dad's jizz to look through it?
I do not.
I'm not looking
God.
through it. That's all there.
It's like say you found like a gold nugget, but it's covered in your dead grandmother's last breath or turds or whatever.
My father.
I'd sell it.
My
That's
father's
better.
a listener. He watches this on YouTube.
Listener, I'm like, he listened to porn?
No, he's a listener to this show, or a watcher of this show. He did not do that to his pornography.
Remember when I used to eat all your Carnation Instant breakfast? That shit rules. I still like it. But
I mean, yeah.
yeah, but luckily my dad also had VHS, so he had analog and
Real
Yeah.
analog.
I could never get my dad's VHSs. He kept them too under lock and key.
I'm so glad I grew up with the internet now.
Yeah, this is
I don't know, man. There was a
It kinda
there was a
takes the flow
magic
out.
there was a magic to it. You know what I mean?
More
There
of a
was
reward when you got to find
yeah, it
it.
was like
I believe you, but
it was, you know,
Get it.
it's I equate it to like back when I was a teenager, I would have to save up to buy like a CD. And,
Yeah.
I
and,
did go
like,
through that.
and I treasured my fucking Case Logic thing of CDs that I had, you know.
Case
But now I have access to every album that I ever wanted to listen to, and every album that I don't want to listen to in my pocket at all times,
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
even without
I think it's
having to worry about spending all the money I had in the world on something that I might not like at the end of the fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, there's a certain magic that's gone. You know.
There- one
I
of the
still have all my CDs though.
What
As much as that,
saying
like I hardly ever listen to them anymore. Mainly because there's nowhere to listen to them anymore. But
yeah.
someday,
I don't even have a functional. No, I have an Xbox, so I guess you can play a CD on that. But I
Yeah.
still have tons of CDs and then no way to really play them. But I remember one of the greatest summers ever. I think I might have told this story on here when John was here, because John was here was part of this story. I'm slightly older than him and most of the other guys we hung out with. It was like me and Scott were the older ones, and I forget which one of us hit 16 or 18 first. And the first thing we did was we were all down at my dad's house, which was in Lewis. So we're all just down there hanging out because it was like a beach house. And we went to the nearest like books and tobacco type place and just bought these cellophane wrapped porn mags. Like 3 of them. It was like 3 porns in one little cellophane bag for like a certain amount of money. And I think in that entire weekend I spent about $50 on porno mags, and this is in the 90s.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a
lot
library.
of money by today's standards.
So you spent in today's money like $125
Yes.
on porn.
And we were like handing them off, collecting, trading. Because like
Yeah.
you got 3, so you could see what the ones on the outside, you could see what they were.
the middle one was trash.
The middle one was always some nutball shit.
The middle one was always
Fattest,
the best.
hairiest squirters. There
I
you go.
disagree wholeheartedly.
Nah,
Some of those middle ones
I like the
were
middle one.
brutal.
I'm a little weird, but you know I like
Yeah.
the middle one.
Yeah, but it was just fun. It was like,
Over 50. Let's see it.
I didn't start developing a love for MILFs until I was older. But when I was younger, I was like, ew. Now I'm like, nice, dude.
I always liked them.
She's been through some shit.
Yeah.
I always had a problem with MILF because any woman can be a mother
It's true.
at the age of what? You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah. At
But
the
I
age
get
of
what they're going
Christiana High
for, they just
School,
should have called it
rejecting their
something
blood.
Right. I do love like when you like I still watch tons of pornography. Now it's like MILF and like that girl's 31 max.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
And then
I think I'm
But,
16
like,
years older
The
than
daughter
her.
is like dude, the daughter's maybe 8 years at most younger than her. Like
right.
I'm willing to put aside fucking suspension of belief to jack off, but I'm like, they're obviously not related. They don't even look alike in any way whatsoever. Like, unless she looks exactly like the dad, Like, first off, like she's not even she's not even white. Like, how does like some blonde hair, blue eyed have a perfect Asian like daughter? Like, dude, like how does that happen? But you're like, whatever. I'll shuffle one out.
I like that beforehand. You're looking for the plot armor in the porn. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plot
this
armor.
isn't feasible at all.
Or like dudes you've been like seeing in porn movies for like over a decade, and like, how's he still a step bro? He's 45. It's like, this is insane.
You're never not a brother, so
He's
Yeah.
like, stepmom. I'm like, dude, I'm in my room. You should knock first. I'm like, you're the same age.
Well, I mean, if it's an Italian guy, then
Oh, very true.
yeah.
they do be living at home. You
Well,
know?
honestly, if it was an Italian person, there wouldn't be a step in there at all. It'd
That's
just be like,
true.
mom.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wait,
And he's a little.
run
He's,
that back.
he's an old little boy. So what does he have? Like a horizontal striped shirt and really short shorts on.
The helicopter beanie, slingshot in his back pocket.
Fuck.
Is his name Dennis?
True. Is
The
he a
menace?
menace? Is he a menace?
We got the helicopter hat right over there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Classic.
Always wanted one. Finally got one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the greatest thing I ever got in my life. I think I was a Matt Bennett purchase.
That tracks.
So sick.
What's the 10-inch?
I forget.
I think it's Billy Joel.
Looks pretty metal for Billy Joel.
Oh no, that's someone different. I forget. Someone brought their record down.
Are you a vinyl collector too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I got a few at the show last night.
Which show did you see?
Godspeed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I never was a vinyl guy except when I first started buying music because vinyl was the option. CDs were still in a long box. Vinyl was
Yeah.
cheaper.
Huh.
I still remember my very first vinyl. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet.
Why would you get that?
I was a little kid.
Oh,
You
It's a
thought it-
banger.
Ooh.
Hold your tongue.
I'm just asking.
I was single digits when I bought it. What, did you like fucking come out of your mom's twat fucking like buying bangers? No.
Probably.
You didn't.
Yeah.
Because your favorite band's CKY, so that's just not possible.
Not my favorite.
Yeah.
I was just funny, like, hey, for homework this week, I want you to give me your favorite album by your favorite band, and he gave me like a mix of their songs. I'm like, so they don't have any albums you actually like? That's crazy. But yeah, Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet was my first one. My second piece of music I bought was a tape that I shared with my sister, and it was Motley Crue's Girls, Girls, Girls.
First music I spent money on was Weird Al's Even Worse tape.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Like,
Bad Hair Day was one of my early cassettes.
Bad Hair Day.
Weird Al fucking rips, dude.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him like the other day playing White and Nerdy with a tracksuit on and a do-rag on, riding a Segway on the stage.
That's tight,
He's
dude.
still
It
the
was
man.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's still weird.
Still kills, dude.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
He's a saint.
I remember getting mad at you when you fucking suggested that I watch a biopic of his
Weird.
for homework, and I was just like,
I
I
still
don't want
haven't
to watch.
seen that.
I don't
man.
watch a documentary.
It's on
then,
Roku.
like, because he told me, he was like, yeah, it's a
I don't
Weird
have
Al
Roku.
documentary on Tubi or whatever it
I
was.
said it's a biopic and it's on the Roku app.
The Roku channel. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
It's
amazing.
fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
It
Went
was
full
definitely-
Tarantino with it.
Yep.
Oh my
It was
God,
definitely the
dude.
funniest thing I saw that year.
really
the
need to see that.
movie-wise.
One of the best endings of any piece of art ever.
Yeah. The whole movie is like that though. It's banger. It's nothing but bangers.
Do you want to go on tour with us? Hard pass. Dude, fucking Harry Potter as Weird Al, fucking killed.
He
it,
was
dude.
great.
I love that kid. Everything I've seen him in, I've only seen one Harry Potter. Everything else I've seen him in, he's fucking fantastic. I love that kid.
Was he in that? Was it called Invictus or something?
Yeah,
Where
he was also in,
infiltrated the white power people.
Yeah, he was
That
also
Huh.
in a horror movie. I forget what the fuck it was called.
He did a couple. Did it, you talking about
Horns.
Horns? Yeah.
Yeah, it was based off Joe Hill.
He did The
book.
Woman in Black.
Yeah.
That was him too. I
Wait,
think.
Oh, somebody told me about that. The horn.
I don't know any of these.
Based off a Joe Hill book, and Joe Hill is Stephen King's kid.
son. Yeah.
that's why.
Oh.
He's hit and miss as far as his books
He's got
go.
some good. He has some bangers though. He has some really good. Like The Fireman's a really good book. Heart Shaped Box is a pretty good book, but some of the other ones,
Swiss Army Man.
yeah.
That's a really good.
Wasn't that one
Daniel
of the short
Radcliffe.
stories?
No,
No.
I'm going back to Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh.
Harry Potter.
Oh.
They were talking about making him the new Wolverine for Marvel.
No.
I was like, that's fucking a odd choice, but
Gnarly.
I'll fucking check it out.
Yeah, let him cook.
They should make Joe Rogan the new Wolverine.
Got the hype down.
I think he's the same age as
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
He might be the first person that's too short to play Wolverine.
Yeah.
Have you heard how much lately Renan Hirschberg is just blasting Joe Rogan?
You should blast
No.
Joe Rogan.
It's so funny.
Stinks.
Every podcast he's on, he just takes it as a chance to be like, yeah, I don't hate him as a person, but I do think he's ruining the world.
He's my friend. He's the worst.
I love, like, he always hypes up, like, the worst comedians. He's like, oh, we brought all these people to fucking Austin. It's the greatest comedy scene. I'm like, yeah, but
Guess
brought a
what,
bunch
guys?
of turds.
Now we got Tyler Fisher.
And Brian Callen. Like, oh.
Ooh, slow down, Joe. Save some for the rest of us.
Why don't you get the rest of the cast of Mad TV down there? Fucking
You tell me Ari Spears is coming?
Oh.
Get out of town.
Harry Spears is he did his weird ass like song parody with Tiffany Haddish.
Dude, that is a sketchy thing.
That shit was fucking weird. It was all about like kidnapping children or some shit. I was just like, the fuck are you two doing?
And all the kids were like shirtless in the video and shit. It's very odd.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
Not a fan of either of
It
those.
was wild as shit. And you're like, you don't like. Is
Also,
this a joke?
Also, that story broke and kind of just went away.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like Shrugsy, and it's like it's over.
Yeah. It's like, oh, sorry, nuclear war
True.
this week.
True.
Yeah, this week.
Fuck.
More war.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
It did make me think of one thing though.
She's got to have it.
It did make me think of this one thing. I've talked about this guy on this podcast before. It's a dude I used to hang out with quite a bit who transitioned into a Proud Boy.
Oh, God.
It just kind of, he was always kind of conservative, but it just, COVID, pre and post COVID he went completely the opposite direction. But I remember when 9/11 happened, maybe a couple weeks after, I texted him and I was like, yo, what are you doing? A bunch of us are going to go to Chow, get some pizza or whatever. And he's like, listening to Sworn Enemy, getting pumped for the war. And I remember forwarding that text to everybody that was going to get pizza. Because we used to go in like fucking like 6, 7 people, like groups just to go get
That's
pizza.
cool. Chow's a solid spot.
Chow
too.
up in Price's Corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we used to take the one seat by the window and just make fun of people eating
Of
pizza.
course.
But so
good.
I sent them all the text, and as soon as he walked in, it was curtains for him. It was like Sworn Enemy. Bring it on, Osama. Just like fucking just ripping him apart. But just like completely serious. Like, listen, Sworn Enemy getting pumped for the war. Who fucking
That is a hilarious
says
statement.
shit like that? Some people are like, I can't believe he became a Proud Boy. I'm like, I can.
Yeah.
With stuff like that. Like, come on, dude.
I need to make that my email signature at work.
Listen to Sworn Enemy. I wish AIM still existed so you can make it your away message. Oh, god damn it. It was funny.
Well done.
Oh, god damn it. I still remember what my fucking away
The funny
message
thing
was.
is, it's still relevant today.
Yeah.
But what would you listen like Sworn Enemy is not really a thing anymore. So what would you say like you were listening to getting pumped for the war? Like
Knuckle Dust.
5 Finger Death Punch,
Oh, God.
Kid Rock.
7th Star.
I was trying to think of some war metal that came across my radar recently.
Hail of Bullets.
Pantera.
Let's see.
What's that hardcore band with the flautist?
Oh,
Speed.
Speed. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
Every
That-
time I see that, I'm just like keep thinking of like that Chappelle Show skit, the Black Sheep one.
Yeah. Doodle doodle.
I'm the real black sheep. Boop, boop, it's like, god damn it. That's fucking hysterical. I like that a lot.
listening to Split Knuckle.
Speed.
Every time I remember talking about this with this kid I worked with when I was working at BJ's Wholesale, and we were talking about it was another fucking goat leg thing. It was that movie Insidious, and the main guy in Insidious has goat legs.
Huh.
And the dude I was working with, this kid Howard Patton, loved the weed, was just like, yo, how you gonna be scary with Uggs on? And that fucked me up. for weeks, and I still think about it every time I see something with like goat legs and like any kind of movie or literature and shit. I'm like, how are you going to be intimidated or how are you be scary with UGG boots on?
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
That's good.
Because I love that part of Insidious when he like peeks out from behind that lady. Oh, dude, it's so cool. But I'm like,
The red face guy?
yeah,
I thought he peeked out from behind the guy.
it's a person. Who gives a shit?
It was a jump scare. It was really good, too.
So yeah, but you can't enjoy it now that you're gonna think he has UGG boots on. It's like, God damn it, dude.
And rules.
But it was worth it. It was fucking worth it.
I've never seen any of those. There's a lot of those franchises
First one's good.
I've never tapped into.
Yeah.
I saw 2 of them, and I actually enjoyed them.
Yeah, I saw the first one in theater. It was good.
Are there 4 now? 3 or 4 at least?
I know there's
Up
too
there,
many.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! They just beat everything to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
Conjuring.
Conjuring,
There's,
same thing.
A bunch of
I
those.
saw the 2 of those.
The first,
Yeah, I think I saw 2 of those as well.
seeing the first Conjuring in theater was one of the best movie theater experiences of my whole life.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, because because the movie is good, but B, because it was Garrett Jansen's birthday.
Damn, post 9/11 bowl cut, Garrett Jansen.
But C, all of the above, most important was because we went to the United Artists South Philly Theater.
Oh, okay.
That room was the most entertaining
yeah.
crowd I have ever been in.
Dude,
The
I understand. I understand that.
the previews, I was pissing myself
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, dude. I saw Mr. Nice Guy, that Jackie Chan movie in
Oh my god!
up at the Funplex, and let me tell you, the audience in there
Go on,
was
Tito?
it was better than the movie.
It is better. Than
It's
the movie.
like it was so fun.
That whole day was one of the best days of my life, and the movie theater was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Those crowds are great.
My god, dude!
And by those crowds, I'll say it. Black people in a movie theater.
Yes,
Always fun.
hilarious.
Especially when the movie's bad.
Yes,
Hilarious.
Better-
There was one time that it wasn't. I went and I saw Undercover Brother in the theater.
oh man,
I don't know.
that movie's so funny.
They did not think so.
Oh, sorry, their humor's not elevated.
It was so bad that they were leaving the theater that they
Oh.
probably snuck into. And I
I've
didn't
never
enjoy-
done that.
I didn't really enjoy it either.
I have
but
done it.
Them,
Yeah.
just them.
Oh,
Even
take
then,
it
there was
back.
like, we're not even going to give it fucking comments. We're just going to fucking get out of here.
That's a shame.
Whack, dude.
I was like, damn, dude. Yeah.
What'd you walk out of?
Oh, walk out of a movie?
I've never walked
Yeah.
out of anything.
The first Sonic movie.
Okay. I walked out of the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Oh,
I've never walked out of anything.
I've never walked out of a
No.
movie.
I'm too
I,
cheap.
I don't go to movies. It's real hard to get me in the theater.
especially now. But when I was movie passing, and I was Regal Unlimiting,
Right.
I'm-
Basically free at that point.
at that point, at that point, you don't give a shit to walk out of a bad movie.
Sure.
But
We had a buddy
Finishing
that,
my popcorn.
that was a manager at Movies 10
take
in
it with me.
Newport. And we used to go on those Tuesdays where it's like $5. And he was like the guy on duty. So we would just go see movies for like, I don't know, 6-7 hours just walking into shit.
that's something I have done is stayed for a double feature.
Yeah. But I
And
didn't
don't pay for my second
We didn't pay
ticket.
for any of them. He says, like, just go ahead. I'm the only guy here. Then just like the people that work at the snack bar.
One person working on $5 Tuesday.
Yeah.
What a bad manager!
We went like
It
early-
was the manager. Nobody else worked there.
We would, go,
Fucking idiot.
we would go early in the day, but he had to be the manager, but he also was like at the booth. But you paid for the ticket at the front, and no one really tore the tickets. So he's like, just come in. So we did.
It's funny.
He
though.
also used to bring us giant trash bags of the previous night's popcorn.
oh my
Because he
god!
just goes to the dumpster. It goes into a trash bag, and then it goes in the dumpster. He would just bring us the trash bags with the popcorn in it. And I remember John Hassan had like 2 bags of it in his house for the longest time.
Ew.
He was eating off of it for like a good 6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. There's a theater local to where I am where they give away whatever popcorn didn't sell at the end of every showing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
No one likes stale popcorn.
No. Well, some people do.
I like it chewy.
Those Christmas
I like
tins,
it al
man.
dente.
Those Christmas tins of the 3 popcorn flavors.
Separated by like a cardboard.
They were always stale.
I hate
Yeah.
this.
Never had a. Well, you dump them out and make a gravity bong. Out. of it.
Nothing
sick.
fair. Nothing
Oh,
says "fuck you" like that for a Christmas gift, though.
Yeah. It's like
Corn tin.
Yeah.
It's like worse than just not getting somebody something.
Yeah, you didn't even try.
Oh, so you went to the Dollar General. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's just funny that they were like a 3 foot tall tin of popcorn, but it was still like $6 tops.
Yeah.
Just
I would rather
nice.
get a dance cookie tin with sewing supplies in it, because at least I could do something with that.
I actually enjoyed the dance cookies.
They're great, dude.
The butter cookies.
Yeah, the little pretzel-shaped ones with the big
So
chunks
good.
of sugar on there, dude. Fucking banging.
I'd probably like some of them now in my older age.
It's
Yeah.
like
So good,
It's like
dude.
buttery shortbread.
And then the fake chocolate chip ones,
Yeah.
little fake chocolate chips.
Maybe.
I gotta be really high and have nothing else around for me to actually reach for those.
Yeah. Well,
She-
hey, it's
she lives on 'em, so.
It's never a choice. It's just
They always
It's just
remind me
there.
of
Yeah.
those Pepperidge Farm cookies that are shaped like chess pieces.
oh
chessmen?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are fucking good too. Shortbread.
It's just shortbread
Yeah,
butter
shortbread.
and butter cookie.
Yeah, my daughter was a Girl Scout and we were the cookie parents. So like I had
Sick.
at points like $5,000 worth of Girl Scout cookies in my house. You know
like,
what I mean?
So like 50
precarious.
cases.
Yeah.
She would go to
Yeah.
like her fucking like
That's
Girl
it.
Scout meeting with like empty pockets. It's like, but we gave you like 20 boxes of cookies. Like my
Yeah,
dad
I
smokes a
know.
lot of weed.
Well, I was really good about not dipping into them, man.
I could
really
And
good.
you're a stronger man than I ever would be.
Yeah, I'd fucking.
The adventurefuls are in my eye line.
Yeah.
The lemonades, it's a shortbread with a
Yeah.
lemon icing on the back.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
No
Like,
tag along would make it to a customer.
Not a chance.
I was a
No
big
fucking
big caramel delight guy too. With
I
the
would
coconut
rob
and-
Girl Scouts with a shiesty on for tag-alongs. Fuck that.
I like all of them except for the coconut one.
Yo, if you like the tagalongs are the candy cake.
Those
like
Now
the
it's
peanut
called
butter.
now it's called peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah.
the peanut butter cookie.
So go to Aldi and go to their cookie section. They have a knockoff that is just as good.
So does Acme. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
fucking banging, dude.
Acme has like a
At
knockoff
Aldi.
of every type of fucking Girl Scout.
Yeah, the caramel delights too. Aldi has.
Yeah, I always
like,
get the tag along and Thin Mint ripoffs.
it's and they're like half the price.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So they're only like $10 for a
Girl
box.
Scout cookies, it's like
It's an Aldi
30
thing.
of them for like 6 cookies. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Aldi though.
And
Yeah,
the-
same.
too.
And the fucking Girl Scouts always hang out front of the Walgreens by my house.
Yeah, dude.
And I walk by and I feel like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, no, it's like in between fucking December and February, you
Yeah.
can't go anywhere.
And like, they're out there. I'm like, some little sweet, little rosy cheek girl is just like, you want to buy cookies? And I'm like, fuck.
I lie to
Yeah.
them.
Kill me, kid. Look at me.
I li-
Jesus.
because I have
Yes, I do, but should I? No.
because I have had a girl like I have pictures of my daughter with a table in
Yeah.
front of a place. I'm like, yeah, my daughter's selling cookies
Well, if
right
you look
now
off to
too.
the right, there's probably a fat Dennis McGonigal handing her 20.
Here's your 2 boxes of cookies, sir.
You know what's funny though? It's
Yeah.
like if they were like the Boy Scouts, they sell popcorn.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I fucking
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never
like,
seen
get out
it.
of here with that bullshit.
fuck
I will
you.
blow right past a
like
popcorn
you want me to
stand.
like donate to your fucking organization, and this is what you're bringing to the fucking table.
Yeah.
The Girl Scouts, yo, they got fucking cookies, dude.
sell
No,
sell something
popcorn,
cool like knives or something.
Yeah,
Grenades.
Transition. Be better.
yeah, beers.
Grenade launchers.
Yeah, just have a fucking like one of those styrofoam coolers.
Yeah, that's what we
Full of
should we
loose
should start man scouts.
Oh god damn it.
I think they did.
Just get together every week and do projects and shit.
We're just scouting
Do you
men.
remember? Do you remember the man show?
Yeah.
The man show boy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he had like the lemonade stand with just pitchers and plastic cups with just beer.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, ladies, you want some beer?" It's hot out, and it's like no one was like, "You're a child. Why are you selling beer?" But there's
That's really
these
funny.
2 old broads, like half bent over by time and scoliosis. We're like, "Sure," and they just fucking bought like a plastic cup
Yeah.
of fucking beer. I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
That's rad.
The man show boy ripped.
I wonder where he is now. He's probably in jail or something.
Probably a man show man now.
Yeah, I should hope so.
I love the Walrus is hanging out front of a liquor store, trying to get people to buy him beer. And they're like, he's like, and this one lady's like, "I'm not buying you beer." He's like, "Well, how about some condoms?" The kid's straight facing the entire time. I'm like, this kid's going places.
Yeah,
That's
he
so
was good.
Kid's
funny.
so good. He's great.
He did it. He did the thing.
Yeah, just without blinking. She's like, "I'm not buying you beer." He's like, "Oh, how about some condoms?" Oh Christ.
So we're all bespectacled. How many glasses have we gone through in mosh pits?
That is a
None.
great question. 0.
I've never lost a pair.
Wow, 0, 0, 0. Wow.
I've lost.
Yeah.
Because
You paid the price.
glasses are so expensive that I don't normally carry like a hard shell glasses case ever. But if I'm going to a show, I have the hard shell case the glasses go in it when the bands are playing.
That's what I did for the beginning of my life, but now I just
Stay
away from the mosh pit.
no, I go in.
Oh,
I just
buy cheaper glasses.
yeah.
That-
flex my head and hold on real tight.
Well, no, seriously. I mean, I go in and I get fucking hit and bruised and stuff, and it's worth it. It makes me feel young again. You know what I mean? But
Well, I guess I have, because I definitely had a broken pairs of glasses because of hardcore. So, but I don't remember it being in the mosh pit. I don't remember how they broke. But and I was like, I can't afford hundreds of dollars for one pair of glasses. But now they have things like that Zenny Optical place where you can get like 3 pairs of glasses, $400.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, doing that.
yeah. I do the America's Best
Yeah.
deal.
Same
Before-
basic concept.
Before prescription, these were $16.
Pretty awesome, dude.
Love
Yeah.
it. I love iBuy Direct.
So I buy glasses like 4 pairs at a time.
Same.
And I have a second pair in my book bag, and I have the other 2 pairs are in the dresser in my house.
Yeah, I have a backup pair in my car.
That's always a good idea.
Every time we would go on tour, I'd always bring a second pair just in case. But yeah.
I don't, because I'm a mark. I'll go to the eyeglass. Like, I'll pay
There's
all the money.
Like, oh, well, who did you see last night then? Like, Godspeed you Black Emperor. Like, God damn it.
If it like visceral disgorge.
Like, I didn't give a shit when
Something-
my parents were paying
It was
for my
Hatebreed.
I didn't give a shit when my parents were paying for my glasses, but once you start having to pay for your own, and you're just like, oh, this is why my mom and dad would get so mad at me.
That's
I always protected them with my life because
Yeah.
I have such bad eyes that I need them. Otherwise, I'm disabled.
I just can't
yeah,
read it at
same.
distance. I just can't read it at distance.
yeah. My vision's just not great without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer to have
can't
them.
see. Like so, actually, I've been really living on the edge now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Man, you really are a loose cannon, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went to kindergarten. They're like, you can't see anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
Parents are like, oh.
I remember that when I found out I needed glasses, we were going on vacation somewhere, and my mom was like, "What's that sign say?" I'm like, "Huh." She's like, "What do you mean you don't know?" She's like, "You're like 8 years old. You don't know what the fuck that says?" I'm like, "I can't read that. It's too far away." And it was like this far away. I was like,
No wonder you're so mean if she spoke to you that way.
Yeah. My parents aren't very warm people.
No wonder you're so nasty.
I met him.
Yeah, he's met them both.
Yeah, a lot.
He's probably even met my sister before.
Allie, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
and some of her Puerto Rican boyfriends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Jose.
Like just pieces of them?
Just
yeah.
both of 'em.
No, they were cool.
Yeah.
Just
She did find some pretty good Puerto Rican dudes.
he was like, "What kind of music does he listen to?" And Dennis is like, "He listens to that techno." And he's like, "Oh, so it's like."
Exactly like that, actually.
Boots and cats. That's what he's up.
Boots and cats, dude. Mikey Buffalo taught me boots and cats.
Boots and cats, boots and cats and cats and cats.
And there's a hardcore beat he described. We were writing a drow song, and he goes, do a dog to the cat. And I was like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? To the dog, to the cat, to the dog, to the cat. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the floor punch roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost my glasses at Hatebreed. It was my first time seeing Hatebreed, and I didn't know any better. Gizmachi opened.
Who?
Who's that?
Is that
They
those
were.
little tiny things you had to feed them?
That's the Tamagotchi.
You should see him play a guitar though.
So cute.
Tight.
I don't remember who couldn't play. I think God Forbid couldn't play, so Gizmachi just because Slayer and Slipknot were headlining, it was kind of their thing.
Ah,
And Sean Cran knew Gizmachi, so they filled in where God Forbid failed. But yeah, they opened and Hatebreed came on and they started playing Call for Blood, and I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
My first big show, so I was standing next to the guy I came with, and he's like, "I don't know, man, looks rough." I'm like, "See ya." I went in, I was in there maybe half a second, and the glasses were gone. Like, well, this is the rest of the show, so I just dove in.
That's worse than breaking your glasses when they fly off your face, and then you spend that frantic couple minutes scanning the floors, looking for your glasses, dodging people's feet and hands.
yeah.
And luckily,
Nightmare.
But as blind as we are, that wasn't an
Yeah.
option. So I
Yeah.
waited till the whole thing was over, and then myself and the guys I came with scoured it was an arena.
Yeah.
Scoured the whole place. We found so many glasses. Did not find my pair, but did find 2 others that the combined was almost my prescription. So for about 3 weeks, I had 2 frames taped together just so I could
then he
see.
always had that one mosh champion at a show that would just find your shit that flew off of you and be like, yo, yo, and like, hold my, and you're just like,
Share the one shoe.
and you're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're just
Or
like,
hat.
and you're just like, I will name my first kid after you.
You know who I don't like?
Ronald Reagan.
Cartwheel guys.
Oh yeah.
People who cartwheel into your face.
Yeah.
Because every time it happens, I feel like I've been targeted because it's a big open fucking circle,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I'm getting kicked in the face by a cartwheel, you know? And I think the next time that happens to me, I might get in a fight.
I think the reason I don't like it is because that means that person's putting their hands on the floor of a venue intentionally, and that's just gross.
There's something about the late start cartwheel guy too.
Yeah.
It's one thing to cartwheel in the middle of the floor and be a fucking braggadocious fucking showboat.
Yeah.
But to start it at the
That
edge,
shit's hilarious.
right. But to start it at the edge
because
is lame.
I went and saw All Else Failed in Phoenixville
Yeah, they played
January before last, and
Huh.
this band Exposed was the first band on, and 5 seconds into their first song, I get kicked in the face by a cartwheeler, and I'm just like, and I think I was being targeted because I have long hair, and I was at a hardcore show, you know.
You think they still do
They
that?
don't really do that anymore.
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't
They used
know.
to.
All I know is
that was a thing.
You're probably conditioned to think that because
Yeah.
of how long hairs were targeted so long ago. But I don't think that's a thing anymore.
But anyway, it was one of
Anyway.
those situations where I got kicked in the face, my glasses flew off, I caught them with like some kind of like,
like Miyagi with the chopsticks.
yeah, like some kind of crazy autistic, like,
dad strength.
and then
My eyes.
then I like had to straighten the nose piece back out. But if you watch the gloves off hate 56 video from that, you see me a bunch like pushing my glasses back up because I didn't fix them right.
Now, if you had the wherewithal to
Like-
catch the glasses out in the air like you did,
Yeah.
and instantly just drop like a David Caruso one-liner and just,
What I should have done is catch the guy by his feet and fucking start slamming him around like
See,
a rag.
if
Or
somebody
like-
cartwheels into me,
just
I'm
like, I
grabbing
cart-
your foot.
I cartwheelie
Yeah.
hate that.
Ah.
Yes, that's it.
Instead of sweeping the leg, I'll
I
sweep the
hated
wrist.
that one.
I always like it when like the dudes would do like the cartwheel when no one else is moving, and they're just like, okay, so you just did some random
Gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the people that used to for some reason get up on the edge of the stage and backflip off of it, but to land on their own feet instead of on top of people. You're like, who is that for? What are you doing? Cut it out.
You know, I feel like a lot of people go to shows to make it about themselves.
Yeah,
They
if
take
you're-
pictures of themselves at the show. You see it in between bands. They're like practicing dancing, kind of like talking about it with their
Stretching.
friends. Like,
Stretching.
oh, did you see me in there? I was really two-stepping or whatever. And it's just like,
I'm gonna air jump to that song.
Oh.
There was one of those girls at the show last night.
I fucking
Wanted to punch her.
it's just like,
I can't talk
come
shit.
on, man.
Early on, I was one of those people. Like, did you see what I did during fucking All Out War? And I was like, ugh. In retrospect, you're like, you're a fucking shitbag.
I've done it.
Yeah.
And I know the bands tend to love it.
It's called being young and stupid.
But I was in my
Exactly.
20s.
participating.
So was I. I was in my early 20s.
I was old enough to know better at that point in time. God damn it, dude.
It just seems performative and insincere.
Yeah, it's not for anybody but yourself.
Right.
so.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I just...
That's my problem with the horseshoe. It's just like, okay, so 10 people are going to prevent everybody from being closer to the band right now
Yeah.
because they need to like fight invisible bees.
And then the
fucking-
people, the people at the front of the stage just singing along or whatever. The last line before the horseshoe starts, those people have to watch the backs of their heads the
Yeah.
entire time. So they're always just
Yeah.
like,
I would just turn around. Like, okay, the
Yeah.
pit's happening. I can't watch
Yeah.
the show.
which
Or
sucks.
just lock an arm up.
That sucks.
It does
and,
suck.
like, I mean, I've not been in an active band in a long time, but it's gotta suck for the band. It's like if I'm on stage, I want the people up close. I want them, I want the glorious pylon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it depended on the band to me. Like Dead and Buried was all about the mosh. I didn't really put too much thought into lyrics back then. And I was like, all right, sing-alongs are sick and all, but like I want to see people going nuts. But then once you get older and you start really putting time and effort into the lyrics you're writing, you definitely want the people up front mouthing words or just whatever than to people doing kicky doodles and shit in the background.
Kicky doodles.
Yeah, that's a Matt Bennett saying.
Diddy
Still don't.
Kugels.
Yeah, Diddy Kugels. But yeah,
I like that kicky doodles.
but I like it when there's a nice balance of both. But just the horseshoe is a bummer. The best.
Yeah.
I also hate when there's a horseshoe that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
It's
like
just
the one
there.
that forms organically.
Yeah,
Right.
and no
I hate
one's
that.
actually really moving because maybe it's just not that type of band.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like that happens a lot at metal shows too.
Actually,
Very much.
yeah.
I was at a show. Who was it? It was for Soul Glow, and you know the band Cloud Rat.
Mm-hmm.
They have
I know the
performed-
name. Yeah.
and there was a giant horseshoe in the middle of the thing for no reason,
Yeah.
and I just stepped right up to the front of the,
Yeah.
I've
I'm
done
like-
that.
I'm just like, fuck this. I want to get closer to these dudes because they were killing it, man.
Yeah,
They're
they're really
so
good.
fun, man. And then the Backslider was there too. which is
Backslider rips.
Great, dude.
Backslider's fucking sweet.
Started mixing it up for that.
But it just
Yeah,
it also
Backslider.
sucks. Like, it also depends on the turnout of the show you're playing, because if you're playing and like the turnout is weak and everybody's at the back,
Yeah, that's fucking.
it makes it look even worse.
Yeah.
If you're playing to like 20 people but they're all up front, you
Not
kind of
so
like,
bad.
all right, I just don't look past that guy's head and I'm fine. But yeah.
I've only
What?
seen that a few times, mostly.
Dude,
so
well,
it's always
fucking, and that's why I was up front for gloves off, because the dude was like, "Yo, come up front," and I came up front.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
I turned around and I see like 10 feet of just open space behind me and a wall of people. I'm like, "Come on, whatever, you fucking pussies," like.
I love
mean-
that. Shout out fucking Cody Clark, dude. I keep asking him to come on the fucking podcast.
It was a fun show, I gotta say.
He always
Like,
fucking just like doesn't, or I always ask him and their guitar player Ethan to come on.
Are they out in Jersey?
No, they're in Philadelphia.
Oh wow, okay.
They changed their name.
Really?
It's No Funeral now.
Oh,
That's not bad.
They slightly changed the sound up.
no funeral like Mo's
Yeah,
fucking sign on his
yeah,
back.
when he put his head in the oven. Yeah, and they also almost every single dude in the band have a pop punk band too, called the Great American Typewriter.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same
So
guys.
shout out them too. Yeah, it's pretty much all the same guys. I think there's a drummer switch, and I think that's about it. But it's not like all the same.
They
guitar
don't.
players.
They don't look like they would play pop punk in any
Oh
context.
yeah, especially Cody, the singer.
Not that.
Yeah,
Really?
He was in a band called Scene Points for a long time.
Huh.
Yeah,
Good name.
yeah,
Scene points.
with my buddy Derek Hale. Remember Derek Hale? Little Asian guy was always at Delaware shows. Well, I'm not gonna say where he committed suicide, but yeah, Cody fucking rules. Cody's just a sweet guy. He's a pretty intimidating looking dude.
Sure is.
But he's one of the sweetest dudes ever. I talk comics with him, so that's a bond. Not a lot of those people around, but yeah. Everybody listen to this. Go check out the Great American Typewriter and No Funeral. So yeah, that's all I got on. What's your old piece of paper you had in front of you?
I'm just writing stuff as we go.
Oh, yeah?
This is homework.
Is that your journal? Oh, is it time for homework?
No, I'm just saying that this is what my paper is.
Just asking questions.
Just chopping it up. I think I had something else written down that I wanted to talk about.
So in addition to Dr. Phil Anselmo, I got Dimebag Daryl Strawberry.
I don't hate that either.
Damn, dude.
Which way do you go with that?
Like, do you go
I got to Dr. Phil.
racist getting shot on stage, or cokehead baseball player pistol whipping his wife?
with a gnarly goatee
Yeah.
and a pointy guitar.
Yeah, the Razorback is a pretty egregiously pointy guitar.
Like, it was pretty awful that Daryl Strawberry would hit his wife and shit. But think of how much more bummed she would be if he had, like, a purple goatee.
Seriously.
She's like, God damn, this
wrote-
situation sucks. But look how lame he is, too. Fuck
Yeah, he
me.
writes.
And then you got Dr. Phil Anselmo. They're
Yeah.
like, well, how does that make you feel?
I imagine Dr. Phil Anselmo, he's like, you know, your mom's on the stage saying you need to get help, blah, 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 and all, like doing like his normal Dr. Phil, you need to help yourself, but just gradually peppering in the N-word and Sig Heiling. Just like, he's like, you know, you got people at home that love you, and you got a bunch of friends, you got a support system that really cares about you.
Oh,
and just
like-
like, he's like, did he? He's like, you know, your mom's here, your sister's here, white power, your dad's here. And it's like, what is that after you said my sister's here? Like, what are you talking about? Just like, just pretending it didn't happen? It would be
Excellent.
fucking hysterical. Like, Dr. Phil, did you just say hi? I was like, well, I had a lot of white wine before the show.
Wait,
So that's why I was saying it.
One of the worst excuses I've ever heard.
It was there was a protest in Philly recently, and this girl I know that went to the protest, you know, signs and everything, and I'm all for that. That's great. But then, like, I had also on her Instagram, like a couple weeks before, she had gone to see Pantera
Oh, man.
in Philadelphia, and I was like, that's a weird. juxtaposition.
It is exactly
Like
that.
marching for like social justice and civil rights or whatever, but then you're just watching Pantera play. It's like, that's kind of strange, you know?
Pantera more.
That's good. That's good as shit.
Well, you're the one that came up with it.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It was on the Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, with Mel, their fucking inquiries. I had
Whatever makes you glad.
it was all Paramore puns, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there Paramore me to love, or am I paramorbidly obese? That was the fucking best line ever.
I was giggling at that one. Yeah.
It's so funny.
I got to compile it. My list of my favorite inquiries that I've used, because I still have I have the notebook.
Yeah.
Just compile the ones that I either I thought were my favorites or just didn't get enough when because sometimes you come up with a really, really good one
And it just falls
and the
flat
guest
on the
is
person.
just like stares at you, like gives you nothing.
Yeah, if they don't get the bit,
And you're just like, shit.
If they don't get the bit,
Yeah.
or if the momentum of laughter is not that great, sometimes they can like sneak under and
Yeah.
like not get like the
Yeah.
attention. It sucks.
So I kind of want to do like a greatest hits.
Yeah.
Inquiries
that'd be
episode.
worth it to. Yeah.
We took a whole episode just me doing inquiries to whoever's here.
Man, the inquiries you gave me were great, dude. When
Yeah.
my first time here, it was fucking excellent.
He put his whole pussy into it.
You did it very well.
There's some of them though I've looked back on. I'm like, these are fucking awful. Like the ones you could tell I just did it because I had to come up with 12. Mm-hmm. So there's like 6 bangers and 6 just dog shit ones.
so how about that? Question one.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones is I know this is Tom's favorite is ever cuss. Yeah. I like those ones. I like the ones like you ever touch a bra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever call your mom a bitch.
you ever
fun.
cuss is like top 3 all
Yeah.
time for me.
Ever cuss?
Yeah, this is my inquiry file
Oh, just
of the ones that are upcoming.
Every once in a while, I have a good one for you, and I'm just gonna start lobbing them at you.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple in there too.
Bring them up again. Bill D brought one up. He gave me one that I actually gave him credit for and everything and used it. It was, does Harriet Tubman mean there's possibly a Harriet Tub girl? And I'm not really open to using other people's shit, but I was like, that's really fucking good. That's fucking great. Because think of Harriet Tub girl.
Implies the
Right?
existence of Harriet.
Like, not only is she like helping people, like, okay, you're in the fucking Underground Railroad. She's sneaking you like across like state borders and shit. It's real clandestine by candlelight and shit. It's real fucking. And then she just stops in the middle of the field, puts her ankles in the air, and just. And you're just like, I thought I was going to freedom. What is she doing?
Rotten.com.
What
Harriet, what the fuck?
You ruined the world.
It's like, I'll go back. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? We're so far away from a source of water for you to wash that off. Or brush your teeth, Harriet.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeesh.
Just emotionally scarring runaway slaves. You're like, I thought I had a baby before. And then she just fucking ankles up in the middle of a field and just starts hosing herself. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. The Harriet Tub girl had me. I was like, damn, that's really well done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
top notch.
But yeah, there's quite a few times when you're like, you say it and you look at them and you're all like grinning because you're like, this is so good. And there's like, Tom does it to me too sometimes. I'm like, God damn it, Tom. Like, this is fucking gold. I'm proud of this one. He's just like adjusting knobs and shit. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, do better.
God damn it. I think I yelled at you once for it.
Maybe.
It's like, where the fuck were you, man? It was like Happy Gilmore and his caddy. Where the fuck were you on that one, dude? Shit. Inquiries are fun, though.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny because I always say I'm high when I'm doing them. Normally, I'm completely sober when I do them. If they're really fucking silly and like just make no sense, I might be high, but normally stone sober. It's fun.
You still out of edibles? You said the other day you were out.
I am out. I have 2 left. I bought Brent Lafferty, friend of the show, frequent guest. His girlfriend Chrissy did an episode with us too.
Hammer Smash Raccoon.
Yeah. And she handed me this little, it was like a dime bag basically, but in it, all written on it was like, "Dear Dennis, have a good night for yourself. Love, Chrissy." And I was like, "Oh, that's sweet. What's in it?" And it was a 50 milligram edible and a Blue Chew. And I completely forgot about it. Put it in the small pocket of my book bag. And I met up with this girl that I know from Tinder forever. And she's like, I'm going to get to town. Let's fuck, whatever. So I'm like, oh, wait, I got that blue chew in my bag still. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, it's also got weed with it. Because I ran out of the diet smoke shit. So I took out a pizza cutter and cut the 50 in squares. So then they're like, they're making like 12 and change or something, whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm exact with it. But yeah,
12 and a half.
I'm sitting on a jar of hundreds right now at home. They're pretty fun.
I could not. I wouldn't be able to function. 12 and change fucked me up.
I cut them into quarters, and they're perfect.
So 25.
No,
Yeah.
I go full 100. We got the from Diet Smoke.
Yeah.
They have the Acapulco Gold, which is 200.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're in New York.
Jesus.
Do you hit the Indian reservation places?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to.
Yeah.
I don't know what would happen if I did 200.
Maybe you'd transcend.
You'd be really, really high.
I'm really, really high on a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I eat everything and I can't walk.
Well, that's kind of like my basic way of life anyway.
I turned into
like cool
sober Dennis.
It's like, cool, it's Tuesday. Nice, dude. But yeah, I got 2 squares of that 50 left, and that's all I have. Because I just haven't had the
you
money
need
to
to re-up.
I haven't had the money to re-up yet.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the high journal.
That shit was fun. That shit was fun.
Yeah, actually, it's been a while since we've had an installment of that.
Well, the thing I was just talking about on Patreon and somewhat this episode about killing yourself in public, that was on Edible Diaries. Because I was high for that one. Shout out Steve Greathouse, dude. You hit me at the exact right time for that conversation. That had me fucking cackling.
He's a mensch.
Yeah. God damn it.
So before we do homework, does anybody need a bathroom break?
I'm chilling, man.
I'm good.
I can last till after homework.
I need one, so I'm going to go take one.
Okay, then.
No. That was a long ass time ago. I think it was pre 9/11.
Wait, you were walking to work
Yeah.
all the way to Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That's long for me. That's like what, 2 miles? Mile and a half?
That's more than that, dude. That's a
Yeah.
good 3.5, 4 miles.
It was brutal. Somehow I still wasn't losing weight. Maybe it's because I was just crushing.
Somehow.
Because I was just crushing oodles and noodles and tons of soda while I was working.
It's the soda.
Yeah.
Strange.
I put
Only
away
liquid sugar.
I put away a lot of peach Lipton and Dr Pepper
Word.
and peach rings.
I think at that point in time, I was really like leaning hard into the Snapple Elements Fire
What was that?
dragon fruit flavor Snapple in
Huh.
in the sexy bottle.
You know what else?
I
Fire.
miss me.
You know what else I forgot about? Do you remember Sobe?
I was
Yes.
about to say, was that like their
Yeah.
version of like a Sobe?
Yeah, pretty much.
The one that looked like pink cum?
Yeah, that was so good, dude.
I love that it came in like a big glass bottle,
Fuck
and
yeah.
they were great.
Wide
man.
mouth too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
And the one that was just like pina colada was just a white cum.
their lemonade was
So good.
their
Those
lemonade
cum-cum?
was fire.
Yeah.
Yellow cum.
Cum. Cum.
You know what sucked though? Fruitopia. That was just too fucking much sugar, dude.
They
Like,
had one
it
flavor
was
that
too
was
sweet
good.
for me.
There was a blue one that I liked. The rest, I agree with you with.
Blue one.
The blue one.
I miss the Wawa branded soda. And,
I don't.
and
That
Mach
shit-
W energy
That
drink.
shit was dog shit.
I loved it.
Most Wawa
can't say I
branded
ever had
shit
it.
sucked.
That is not true.
Except Wawa lemonade.
Wawa lemonade's bang, and Wawa.
In the cooler.
Back when I was a milk drinker, their strawberry milk was fucking
Yo,
bomb.
when we used to smoke weed at your house on the weekends and just go rob the fucking Cumberland Farms,
Yeah.
dude, we would steal so much strawberry milk.
Man, you
It's
robbed the
nuts.
Cumbies?
Yeah, dude. Had to do
Unbelievable.
Well, we're
it. We get the 100 gram bars and fucking
smoking Swisher Sweets.
Swisher Sweets.
Inhaling.
Yeah.
The Swisher Sweet
Fuck yeah, dude.
cigarillos, like the filtered ones, just smoking those.
So good.
Stolen candy. Took years off my life, but whatever. I was wasting them anyway.
Years.
God damn it, dude.
Take Richard Gears off your life.
No
All
germ.
right, go ahead. Yeah.
Shout out to the Mothman
Wow.
prophecies.
Wow.
I didn't hate it.
Oh,
Indrid Gold.
I've been watching on my phone Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
brought
what a
back-
theme song.
They brought the outro Unsolved Mystery song used to terrify me as a kid. I had to watch another show to get my palate cleansed before I go to sleep. It was brutal. Not the one where they found someone. The one that's like the opening song, but somehow slower.
Ooh,
You're like, fuck.
same riff
But
but,
I was
slower.
watching the newer ones.
Yeah.
And there's this. And there's this kid.
I'm in danger.
This kid found a severed head in the woods, right?
Nice.
And it opens with this kid calling 911. They're like 911. He's like, "Yo, I found a head." And I'm watching it with my mom.
Like, is this in Delco?
I'm watching it with my mom.
South Jersey.
And I was like, $20. That kid's from Pennsylvania. She's like, "What makes you say that?" I'm like, "You didn't hear that accent?" She's like, "I didn't hear an accent." And it turns out, Western Pennsylvania. I was like, yes. Some kid in like fucking Realtree camo found a severed head that they couldn't identify, and that was out in the woods.
That's pretty
He's like,
chill.
yeah, he was just like nonchalant. I was like, "Yo, I found a head. Where? In the woods?" I was like, "Skip rules."
Yeah.
But do you want to get into homework?
Yeah, it's getting...
Every,
homework.
Jesus. Every week, Tom and I assign ourselves a piece of music and a piece of. It's like saying it's like trying to say Ibiza the right way.
Hello, everybody.
Have you seen my wiener?
So many
I love them all.
What is it?
memes about riffs coming back. The same riff coming back, but slower.
True. But each week, Tom and I assign ourselves a piece of music and a piece of comedy to report back on the following week, and our guests take part as well. Last week, nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Big old zilch. Not even Slyke Murno was here.
It's like Marino.
So, how do you want to start this off, Tom? You want me to go first? You want me to go first?
There's a lot of comedy.
We did it old school.
All right, I'll go first. Music. You gave me a record by a band called Sulfuric Cautery. Sweet name. Subsequent Torture.
Comp.
With a bunch of other shit. Subsequent Torture sessions, actually. This is a quick one. Marching snare blast beats rule, and so does this. 8 out of 10. No notes. More please. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. No song broke the minute 20 mark.
That band is just sublime.
I love marching snare, almost borderline kettle drum sounding blast beats.
The drummer of Despised Icon used to play a marching snare.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that is such a
The
smart
drummer from
move.
Burn It Down did too. It was weird to watch though. Because those
It
things
is.
are like
They're giant.
tall.
They're
Kind of like tall, right?
they're 14 standard, but they're like 14 inches tall
Yeah.
too. They're very big.
I literally set up a floor tom in front of him. I was like, what the fuck is this all about?
Or no, they're like 14 by
Yeah.
10, but still they're giant.
Sounded so sick.
They do. They're
And they were
so
mic'd.
fucking loud.
And they were mic'd when I saw them. I was like, yo, this fucking rules.
They don't need to be mic'd
Yeah.
at all.
But I liked it a lot. There's nothing that really sticks out about it. Like, it's kind of a generic, by the numbers, like blasty, like hardcore / like grind metal type thing. But
I can't stop
really
listening to
well
it.
done.
I don't listen. I don't hear hardcore in there at all. Personally.
Well, like the
Yeah, I know.
crusty hardcore.
So-
But I loved it.
I was just I wasn't expecting to be here today, and so I listened to that on the ride down.
It's great.
What's fresh in my mind is that it sounds like he doesn't have a snare. He has like one of those like kids bongos. It's like
Hell yeah.
which I don't hate. I can't quite wrap my head around like how they differentiate songs. Like how do they know? Like how do they know which song is what? Because I don't know. I can't understand it. And
Wait,
it's maybe because I don't really listen to this type of music. Now the last time I was here, I also had a Sulfuric Cautery homework assignment.
Huh.
When it was me and Kenny.
Yeah.
That was one of their albums was the homework assignment. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait,
yeah.
which one are we playing? The one that goes da-da-da? No, the one that goes da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then where the guy's like, yeah. Anyway, I'll give it a 6. It was fun. I mean, I felt myself laughing at some points just because of the ridiculousness of the drumming.
Yeah.
And it's really the drumming because like, I'm a bass player and a guitar player to a lesser extent, and I can't tell what they're doing while I'm listening to this. Like it's just like, do they know what the fuck they're doing?
Get it out.
Like no, well, it's confounding. It's not. It ain't normal. That's for sure, and that's why I like it. But I don't love it.
He ain't lying.
I remember for Cancer Priest, Evan used to have different ways to start, like do the 4 count. depending on what the song was. Because he always did this thing
Smart.
for me. When you're playing live, hearing the 4 count with sticks is normally impossible.
Yeah.
Hearing it on cymbals meant it was a song where... let me start over. Playing live, if he did the 4 count on the snare, that meant there was one. It was reminded me that it was a song that started where the vocals started right away.
Mm.
But if he did one with the cymbals, you knew it was like, okay, then you can just listen to the first
Instruments.
like couple notes, and you're like, oh, it's that song.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he knew it, like, because he did snare, because he's like, this is one you have to be paying attention to what's going to happen.
That's brilliant.
You're not gonna be able to hear the first couple notes because you got to start. So he's like, oh, like bop, 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 bop. And you're like, okay.
Well, like listening to it, being a I don't know, at least semi-musician myself, I couldn't wrap my head around like how to count it out or know where you were in a song or like it didn't make any fucking sense to me at all musically. But it's there.
Yeah.
It exists. They did it. They did the fucking thing. Now this guy probably has some actual notes.
Took me a second to find it because I have homework everywhere.
Nerd.
Yep.
Nerd.
All right. Hey, it's the Telltale Inside Outside collage album cover. I know this.
I love that.
40 minutes of this was a lot. It lasted almost the whole drive to the special lady friend. I was ready for something without any drums and screaming after that. And while that might not sound like a compliment, it is. It means it scratched the itch. It didn't hit the spot, it obliterated it. It beat it with a sock full of human bones. It waterboarded it with gasoline and then sledgehammered it. These are all song titles.
Nice.
I'm kind of sad the vinyl wasn't available. 7.5 out of 10. I'll listen again, but it's not in the rotation. Those are not the same thing.
Yeah, I hear that.
It does not lent. Never mind relent.
Damn, Lent is 6. Probably my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I love stopping stuff.
I don't do any of the Lent shit. I just like that it's there. Tom, you also gave me a brief comedy special by
Yeah, don't tell.
a man named Adam Gilbert. We live in a divided time. I listened to this the first time through.
Oh.
I did not watch it. And I was like, this guy's voice is funny. And then once the jokes, like not all the jokes, but some of the jokes, I'm like, he brings that up a lot. What's going on with that? And then like I happen to just look over at the phone. I'm like, oh, he's a dwarf midget little person. I'm sorry, I don't remember what.
He's a
word.
little guy.
I don't remember what word to use. I'm sorry.
Little guy?
If you say midget, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I might get yelled at. Oh, well.
Fuck.
But, so,
Tiny adult.
But
Does he say, meh?
the jokes, like, I'm the first pilot with roommates. On my resume under squills, it says just rooting around in there. And Harley Quinn is Beyonce for ladies with ankle monitors.
Wow, dude.
9 out of 10. But what I love about this guy is he is a little person, a little feller. But that's not really.
It's not his whole personality. Yeah.
Because you have other guys like fucking Brad Williams who
Dude.
stinks.
Yeah.
Every joke is about him being a little person. It's like, that's all you got. You're not.
Can you be funny though?
You
I
stink.
can't reach the crackling oat
Yeah.
bran.
And then he yells something. And you're like, all right, whatever. Do you stink?
Yeah.
This guy.
Get your giant head out
This
of
guy.
here.
If he subtracted the what 2 jokes out of like 10 that are about him being small, and he wasn't like a little person, it would still be a great special. This dude fucking rips, dude.
That's why I liked it so much.
I don't know shit about this guy, and I fucking love this.
He does have a very different condition, though. Like, his hands are normal. Like, he doesn't have the sausage fingers.
Nah,
Yeah,
he has
where like
long-
the hands that are always like hanging like that.
This
Yeah.
was the one that I didn't get around to.
That's
'cause-
okay.
It was like he had like a normal like little kid body, but
Yeah.
it's a giant adult head.
Wildly
Yeah.
bow-legged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh shit, he was a buckaroo.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't.
That's why it was funny when he said like yeah on my resume it says just rooting around in there. I was like, this guy rules, dude. Yeah, he was very funny.
He didn't bend over. He, like, dislocated his knees.
But it was like I was laughing before I even looked over. I was like, oh, he little, he little guy.
Just a little feller.
Ah, fuck. Anybody else want to chime in about old Adam?
I said his twist on the 9/11 Never Forget, which got completely blown over by the audience. I don't think they even got that he said Never Forget for 9/11.
Yeah.
Got wildly unacknowledged when it absolutely deserved an applause break. This was flawless. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny.
That was really.
Now I need to go back and watch.
Was it a cracked comedy thing?
I think it's a
I
don't
think
tell.
Don't Tell, yeah. Dr. Squatch was all over behind him.
Because cracked apparently does.
Yeah, they do
sets-
short ones too.
So,
I just saw another good one today. I forget what it was.
So I started
I
like.
saw one of those like yesterday.
I was
on
like, great. So
Instagram.
now I got to start watching these two.
Mm-hmm.
I remember about cracked.
Oh,
I used
no.
to get the magazine when I was a little kid.
God forbid I have to follow another 10-minute special comedy page
Bootleg Mad Magazine.
for no money.
So what did I bring to you, Thomas?
You brought me 2 comedy specials as well.
I sure did.
I'll start with Joe List's new special, Small Ball. I said, there are so many good lines and bits in this. Like, you, sir, balls? Fucking cracked me up. I saw him do this material at Helium with Kelsey, Nikita, and Yuri, and some of it is also in the Don't Tell.
Yeah.
Something about Picasso, fucking A,
Picasso.
gets me every time. And again, the girl wingman joke. I farted and I was like, pew, was great. Anesthesiologist joke when his wife's giving birth. He was hot too. That I don't care for. Like, can we get an ugly piece of shit back here? Fucking so good. This is gonna be on my top 5 this year. It's a 9.
Yeah.
God damn it, he delivers.
It's funny. Like I thought he was Italian. Pablo.
Pablo. And another note I don't see on here, but it was the on the Don't Tell version of this and at Helium when he told the joke about Pablo Picasso was driving a car and listening to Black Sabbath on the radio.
Yeah.
But in
While
this
going to see the Jets or some shit like that.
in the Small Ball version, he said listening to Led Zeppelin. I thought Black Sabbath hit harder because he was like, and Ozzy was around, so it was all relative. Anyway, 9 out of 10. So good.
I did watch it and I enjoyed it a lot.
I love him.
My daughter was born by C-section, so all that stuff really hit.
So funny.
And it's all real. It's all true.
My
It's
wife
all
was-
really real.
When they say your wife's in labor, you picture like she was asleep for 14 hours. And honestly, I was sitting in a really uncomfortable
I was in
chair
labor.
the whole time. So I mean, you could argue it was kind of worse
He's
for
like,
me.
oh, here you go.
Such a funny angle.
very, very funny. I gave it a strong 8. The guy's a class act.
Yeah. Strong.
He's a comics comic. You could kind of tell, but he's also an everybody comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just great, fucking excellent.
And he's one of those assholes that has a new thing every year, and they're always good, which is that's nuts.
And he's just a pro. Just his delivery is so polished. Like he could read the phone book funny probably.
Yep.
You know, like he's just he's just in that class of comic. That's all I got to say. Strong 8. Yeah.
One of his specials that had me laughing so far is like the one where like he had whoever the director was off stage said she needed to change something. He's like, she came up and fixed his hair, or whatever. He's like, "Do I look good now?" And made this sexy face, looking like he does. The way he was looking, I was just like, "This is fucking hysterical." Chinless weirdo. Josh, did you check this one out? Did you have
Joe
time?
List, Small Ball. Glad we can retire this opener now. Not the first time we've heard it, and by now and here, 2025 on YouTube, it's wildly presumptuous to assume that you've not already burned this for everyone watching. Granted, maybe this was recorded before the DTC or whatever it was, but either way, if it's out there, don't bring it back. Be better than that. It's your opener, for Christ's sake.
It's a
Oh,
long,
good, Picasso now.
It's a long bit too.
Women Don't Need Wingmen will be next. So the first 10 minutes of this is just his Don't Tell material. Bro, just release a 45-minute special. No one will be mad at that. But this is annoying. Don't you hate being out of shape? Half an hour in and I finally laugh.
That was pretty funny.
That was
a great joke.
The Emperor's Clouds and Mist bit was good.
Yeah.
You're right, Joseph Albert. You should have opened with the mic penis. A little bit of a story. The air conditioning at work stopped working a day and a half ago, so I've got fans and desktop coolers and every other such survival necessity.
Necessity?
Yup, one of those.
That one.
Blowing on me from every dimension I can command. Means I can't hear much of anything, so I've got the auto-generated captions on for these YouTube videos. If you've never, I suggest it. They're usually hilariously wrong.
They are.
Two things that are the same no matter what, though, are that laughter is captioned as music
Yeah.
and naughty words are omitted with bracket_bracket. Mysteriously, when Joe quoted a kid excitedly getting money for a gift, fucking yes! YouTube spelled it all out.
Yep.
Why that one got a pass, God and Google only knows. Why aren't these kids getting boners? That was a good bit.
Yeah.
Sweatpants and joggers.
Yeah.
As an example of the silly captioning errors, when he said, I had to change the channel, it wrote, I had to change the jail. So close, buddy. He's done so much better. This was week 4 out of 10. I just hate when they reuse material and call it a new special.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And he has done better.
Yeah.
For me, I guess it was new because I don't really.
Right.
I'm not a big into keeping up with everybody. I mean, I do love
It's hard
comedy.
to do.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to do.
But I can imagine if I already heard all the jokes before, I'd be like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even I went into it knowing that I heard
Right?
a third of that special already, and I still was
Well,
like,
you saw
it's-
some of it live, even. You know, like.
Yeah. I knew that most of the special I would have seen, but I still liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else did I bring you?
You also brought me a brand new special from your number one favorite comic, Mr. Jim Norton, Unconceivable.
Well, yeah, which I was.
On his
yeah,
Instagram, he did have domesticated human.
Yeah.
Yeah. They changed the
And then
name.
it dropped as Unconceivable.
Yeah.
I thought
I
I was going to
think-
do 2 just for fun, but
I think Unconceivable is a funnier name because of
Yes.
the bit with his wife.
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
it's too close to domesticated short hair, which
Yeah.
He changed it because of that and because what you call it, Mike Cannon's special, the traumatized animal one.
Oh,
Like,
true.
It's way too similar to like
Yeah.
2 or 3. There's another one too he brought up. But I was like, okay,
Well done.
yeah.
The Mona Lisa looks like she queefed a lot.
Yeah. With her fat wrists.
You have to watch that. You have to watch that bit. When he does his Mona Lisa impression, he's like,
yeah.
fuck, dude.
If that's your delicacy, what's your lunch? This afternoon, did a hornet fly into your mouth and sting you until it died, and then you ate it?
There's
good.
Lisa at the end of the bar eating a pot pie.
The bit about his wife telling stories is just so fucking relatable.
Yeah.
Yes.
She wanted kids to know. She wanted kids, but we tried.
We tried.
So funny. The transgender teacher, I would move to Ontario, Canada, and I would coo and kick my feet. God.
Ah, man. Shameless.
I had a piss stain the size of a manhole cover.
Been there.
The CAPTCHA Windows joke was great. The Roe v. Wade joke was an unbelievable misdirect. Pry this dick from my cold, dead cheeks. Is it groundbreaking greatness? No. Is it awesome jokes? Better than any clips he's posted in quite some time? Yes. 7.5 out of 10. Solid.
I like how he called him. He said he's like a fucking bag of water with a goldfish in it. Really,
that and when he's kept calling the Mona Lisa an old frump.
If Jim Norton is better than anyone at one thing, it is wordplay.
yeah. He's. I thought it was pretty
The
good.
things, the adjectives and like the stories and the references and the things that he can use to compare things is better than anyone.
I feel like in this special, at least for what I've seen from him, he's like really kind of dialed back the vitriol and stuff. But,
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah.
It worked well, and I give it a strong 8 again. It was very funny.
Yeah, man.
And he brought up Picasso too. I'm like, fucking 2 Picassos
I
in
know.
one day.
Yeah.
How about
Early,
that?
too.
Yeah.
Completely different angle too. So you're like, because when I first heard, it, I was like, oh please no. And then like he went a completely different.
Yeah.
I was like, nice. Why are her fucking eyes over
Fucking
there?
eye over here, your nose over here. All right.
He fucking sucked. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Jim Norton, Unconceivable. I 1000% agree with his stance on loyalty to sports teams. I apply that same condition to any loyalty, brand loyalty, relationship loyalty, employer loyalty, etc. It's just as dumb when it's to a degree that defies logic and reason. Loyalty has to be earned, and it is not tenured if it has been. Loyalty should always be up for re-election. Anyway, now that I've already written a paragraph, and we're only 2 minutes into the special, This is not a relationship that's going to end with a handshake and an agree to disagree. Splash, slime, splash, slime.
Slime.
I love that he buried the lead about his wife.
Yeah.
He'd gone half the special without bringing it up, making me wonder if he ever was, considering how much of the material was about her, which is, I think, why the vitriol was turned down. He's been married. He's got different material. We've all heard multiple versions of the aborting someone who's already been born joke, but I like the rest of his Roe v. Wade material.
I was 5 years old.
Yeah. And I loved the button after the credits where he catches her smoking. Where he's got her, catches her with smokes.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that
What
one.
do you do?
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I fucking-
She's at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall Swede. But yeah, 9 out of 10. He's fucking great.
Very good.
Because, like, he put out an album before this. What was it? A year? 2 years ago?
Probably 2.
And it's decent, but I was really disappointed by it. And he, like Tom said, that's my guy. And, like, the one special he had right before the album wasn't his best. I was like, hey, come on, man. This one was what I wanted it to be. I was so happy. I'm like, thank God he still has it. He didn't fucking drop it. Yeah. But, yeah, I love that because a lot of his newer material was always, my wife is trans and everything. But it was like 30 minutes before he actually even brought it up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was like, nice, dude.
Yeah, in a 50-minute special. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole, we've been trying. That fucked me
We
up.
tried.
Yeah, I laughed so
Trying.
hard.
The Mona Lisa thing was like, she's just an old frump, and he's just like doing her fucking thing.
That is a chipism.
Probably queefs a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's so mysterious. Like, she looks like she queefs a lot. Like, yeah.
Making a face like that is a chipism. A little bit.
Or when I say it. I love him, and I'm so glad that it didn't suck.
Yes.
It was
I was-
also really good.
I was worried.
Nice. I was too. As like the
Please
super
don't
fan,
suck.
I was just watching it, just like, come on, man. I even made the fucking, because normally I listen to specials, and if it's good enough that I'm like, I might want to actually watch these bits, I'll go back and watch that one. I actually made sure I had the time put aside to sit and watch it, and I was like, nice.
I also watched it, and I'm glad I did.
When we do this bit, we also ask our guests to tell us what they've been listening to, watching lately. John, what do you got for me?
I'm gonna lob up a couple of layups here.
All right.
There's no way you guys are gonna dislike these.
I thought that would Portishead, and Tom didn't like it.
The first one I'm putting up there is the band Cursed,
Nice.
Okay.
and the album is 2.
Ooh.
And
Not where I
doesn't
was
get much
expecting you
more
to go.
classic than that.
It's one everybody references, so.
The next one is a band called Cult Leader, and the album is called Lightless Walk, and there's no way you're not going to like it, because it's fucking rad.
That was my album of the year like 2 years in a row. Like, well, I didn't listen to anything else the year after, so.
Yeah, it's, I mean...
Don't count Tommy out. He will surprise you.
Cult Leader, though? Nah, he's going to like it.
I've seen him before.
Ah.
They played the School of Rock behind Walmart
Yeah.
It's tight.
That would be
with
wild.
with a bunch of like with a couple other random bands. I think Bandit played too, actually.
I didn't go.
I was there.
I had to work.
There's a you know when you take a group shot, like a group picture with a bunch of people who just were happening to take one.
Yeah.
It's funny to look back on it and be like, they don't go to shows, they don't go to shows, they suck,
yeah.
they suck, they suck, fuck you.
And it's always the ones who are
It's
like...
one of those pictures.
It's always the ones who are like, Tom, get in on this, get in on this. You're like,
Yeah,
all right,
I
whatever.
just happened to be standing there, and I was like, sure.
And you just read them off to the right. Dickhead, dickhead, dickhead. Who? Dickhead, dickhead. I think that's... Whatever. He's all right.
Asshole.
Dickhead, dickhead, dickhead.
If I was in one of those
Kinda
pictures,
cool.
people would be like, who's this fucking asshole?
Kind of cool, sort of nice. Tyler Mullen, dickhead,
See, when I'm in those pictures, people are like, how many people do they have to kick out of the picture because he was in it?
to make room.
Got jokes.
Ah,
I'm a one-trick pony, guys.
Nice.
Nice. Is that what all you got for us, Johnny?
yeah, that's it.
All right, buddy.
I mean, that's 2 albums. That's a lot.
Josh, lay it on me, buddy.
Don't
Let's
scream
see.
over John like that.
Yeah. What else you?
Be nice.
The hell ails you, boy?
What ails you?
We're going to do Sophia Isella, if this loads. There we go.
You got to spell that second part.
Isella.
Isella.
EP, just last month. Her third EP, called I'm Camera.
Oh,
I'm Camera. That's
Yep.
a fucking sweet name. I'm camera. I hope that's what she is. Just her saying, I'm camera.
I am producer.
Let's see. And then let's
So
do Kuroi Jukai. Have you guys heard this?
What? What?
Those are letters.
What?
Yeah.
Kuroi Jukiai.
I can say I have not heard of this.
Is
All
that
right.
one word?
2 words. The J is the second word.
I've actually heard the Jukai word because there's a hardcore band called that.
This is
What's the name of the album?
same thing. It's all Japanese,
Ooh.
even though they're from Alberta.
Well, that's kind of annoying.
It was released in
No, there's plenty of
2015.
Japanese people in Canada.
I'm
They released this. They did one show, and that was
pish
it.
posh.
They're like, oh yeah, they're just.
You know
they're
what
really
year it is?
honorable, but also really sorry.
Do you know what year it is? Maybe.
2015,
Okay,
but
cool.
Sentient Ruin released it in 2020 and again this year.
Okay,
Wow.
They
I'll
just
find
leave
it.
it alone.
They keep re-releasing it.
Yeah,
It
it's
has to
all
be
over.
something there.
It's
Yeah.
all over their Bandcamp. That's the album cover.
Nice. Damn, Japanese Canadians would be fun. Hurrah, we're very sorry. That would be fucking hysterical. Back to fucking Unsolved Mysteries. I was watching one of those and the fucking.
your buddy, guy.
And the guy's like, and it was
Nice.
took place in Ontario, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's the most horrible thing I've ever seen." Like just like the accent took me like took all the gravitas out of what he was saying. It was just so fucking funny.
I am not your guy.
Did you ever see a black?
Friend.
Did you ever see a black person with a Canadian accent? It'll fuck your brain up forever.
That's tight, dude.
Just
I
like some
it.
dude, you're like, "Oh, he's gonna say something really cool." He's like, "Oh, what's going on there, pal?" You're like, "No,
It's fucking awesome.
no."
Yeah, I love it.
It's fucking great. I love. Shout out Canada, dude. That place rules. Tommy, what you got for me this week?
I have a short special that just came out from one of the goats
Okay.
as Janeane Garofalo.
Oh,
Holy
fuck.
shit.
I forgot how to spell her name.
Wait,
Yeah,
how recent is this? I think I might have seen it.
Like within the last month,
Yeah.
it just came out.
Well, yeah.
Janine.
No,
is spelled
no.
funny, too.
I saw the new Sarah Silverman. That's right.
I-
Janeane Garofalo just did a Don't Tell.
That's what it is.
Okay. Spell her name. I'm sorry.
It's JaneAne.
A-N-E. Okay.
And Garofalo is funny too.
God damn it, it's corrected to Jane and. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Janine again?
JaneEane.
Yes. Garofalo.
Garofalo. Garofalo. If you want to spell it. For
And it's her Don't Tell?
It's called "I Refuse to Strengthen My Core."
Damn right. You gotta appreciate a nice, like, soft and middle woman. You know what I mean?
I had the biggest crush on that girl.
I still
for the
do.
longest time.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Mystery Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just that, I was just like, Jesus Christ, I want to marry her.
Even her Sopranos episode.
I didn't see that, but Mystery Man's way cooler. What else you got, bud?
I'm going to give you an album by a personal favorite of mine.
Okay.
You probably might not like it, but it's for everybody.
It's fine.
10 out of 10, no skips. Black Dahlia Murder.
Muida.
The record is called Miasma. For a sophomore record, this record is unbelievable.
I listened to the first, I think, 2 or 3.
The first record is amazing.
Unhallowed or something.
Yes. Even the first 2 or 3 are their best work by far. And Trevor sang for them until 2022.
Until he died, right?
Yeah, they only have one record without him.
Did he get Black Dahlia murdered?
He Black Dahlia murdered himself. Unfortunately,
That deserved
Hey,
that was for John, not me.
that's whack that he killed himself.
It
I
is.
was not a fan of the band, but I've seen them like a million times.
I saw him twice.
And I gotta say, no matter how shitty the sound was at the show,
They
it always somehow
sound
sounded great.
unbelievable.
Like you could be backlined by like combo amps, and some reason that band still got loud. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys! All right.
He did a
Damn.
cover of
Pros, man.
He also put on so hard for underground metal bands and hardcore bands. He loved it to the end.
There was a band that Dead and Buried used to play with constantly, like a metal, like I'm talking like early 2000s, saw a metalcore band called Set Ablaze. Great fucking guys, like really cool dudes. and he really put them on a lot of shows when Black Dahlia Murder was still, I'd say, mid-level. But he put them on a lot of cool shit.
Must have been a long time ago because I feel like they were. I feel like they were immediately huge. Their demo was 2001.
They went from seriously to D tier to A tier really fucking quickly as far as popularity.
I'm pretty sure their demo was like 2001.
And yeah, they were definitely really nice guys too.
You could say they turnstyled it.
They're having meet and greets.
Yeah.
Sick. What I got for you is a joint. I have a joint for you. But
Nice.
I got
as
a
a
bummer
record
too.
that
Spark that shit.
me and the infamous Steve Greathouse were talking about, because I've been he's like, you've been revisiting old industrial to see if it still holds up, and he brought this one to me, and it was a band I didn't really pay attention to much, but he brought the record to me, and I'm like, this is really fucking cool. The band is called Pitchshifter.
Pitch or pit?
Pitchshifter.
Sorry.
And the album is called Industrial. And Tom, you'll get this. You can see what Harm's Way is trying to sound like now is what this band was doing in the 90s. It's pretty nuts, but I enjoyed it quite a bit.
So this is a joint homework.
Yeah,
Why?
for me and Steve.
Oh.
This one's strictly from me. It's a band I found on one of my many YouTube channels that I follow that post new records. I'm going to fuck this pronunciation up, but the band's called Leb Prosiaka.
There's no way that's what it's called.
Leb. The first part is Leb. The second part, Prosiaka.
AKA.
So Leb Prosiaka would be my guess. The album itself is called Pigstrek, which is like pigs plus trek put together.
One word?
Yes, Pigstrek. I found this on.
Oh, it's probably something like leprosy. Leb Prosiaka.
Well,
some shit.
the first two things I gave you are
Sounds European.
are separated.
What tells you that, John?
I don't know. What happened to the map, dude?
It's retired.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Where is it Euro?
It's getting hung from the rafters
Yeah.
when I feel like it.
When you put a raptor up?
Yeah,
when it's not 110 in here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
it's true. It actually melted. But
Melted
that's
map.
what I have for you this week.
That's it.
If you like what you heard and you want to hear about the goofy shit we were referencing in the episode, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/IRRANDILL. $3 a month gets you an extra episode a week, plus a free case of wrap snacks from Psych Murno.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh. But, yeah, so support us, repost the clips,
Fucking do it.
comment,
$3
Yeah.
is nothing. you
DM us
assholes.
pictures of your penis.
Don't do that.
No, definitely do that. To at Earendil at on Instagram, which is basically just Tom's new personal Instagram.
All right, then do it.
Send him pictures of your not hard, but not soft, like that nice midpoint. Send him that.
That's the place where I receive mid or hilarious reels from the dildo guys,
Yeah.
and that is all.
So now I want you. So I want to add.
Every once in a while, I'll send you something over there.
That's
so
true.
I want to add to Tom's repertoire. I want him to get some semi-hard penises sent to him. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, give me a half cocked. That's what I like.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's like Mole Man.
What is it? Next week we're gonna do the finals of the first
No,
lady.
we have a guest next week.
Who's that?
You
Your
have
mom?
to look at the schedule.
I don't.
I'm not going to fucking
Who's the guest,
do all the work
Dennis?
for you.
Oh, I'm putting my foot.
I want to know.
It is the infamous E-Sun.
Oh, it's a long time coming.
Yeah. E-Sun will be here. And then after that, we will have the final round of the First Ladies competition.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So make sure you're there for that one. We will
Fucking
see-
Rosalind Carter's going to win, dude. I know it already.
Front runner.
Fucking-
We'll see everybody next week. Josh, John, thank you for coming down.
Yes.
Sweating in this
Absolutely.
place with us. Bye. Hit the intro music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Oh, yeah, yeah. I miss you every single day. Why must my life be feel so long? I love more than I can say. Thank you.